What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. I hope that you are having a wonderful evening. I hope that life is treating you good. If you're a Texans fan, probably not so much. um, you know, um, so this is kind of an unplanned, well, I guess semi-planned. I told you if the Texans lost that we'd have a den tonight. Um, And so, got a couple of things that need to be talked about as far as what's going to be happening here in the 2020 and just kind of moving forward with certain things, the den related. What's going on in my life. Like I said, so I figured out Sunday it's confession time. But if you're not familiar with the den is the best conversation on the internet. It's because you wonderful people tune in each and every night, or every night that we go live, and we have wonderful discussions about a variety of things. And so, like I say, my monologue might be a little bit longer than normal. Like I say, because I just want to make sure I'm genuine with all of you guys. I want to make sure you guys have a good understanding. That's the one thing I try to be. So I want to make sure that, that there's a lot of clarity in the things that I do. But let's see who we have joining us, and then let's go from there, right? So I see we got John, Jessira, Coltrane, Only One Live, Rashida, Beyond the Funny Nigga, D the Gamma, Ronald Isaac, M. Gray, Shelley Long. Excuse me. I got terrible handwriting, don't I? Cartier, Bell, Miss K. Grace, Sweetberry, Louis 17, Jen Smith, Marie Lovely, Jason S. B. For Real, Brenda Williams, Vincent, Shannon Jones, Young Poppy, and Brandon 335. What's the motherfucking deal? That's who all I have for the early bird pistachios. Chill HD, what's the motherfucking deal? Tanner Fox, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Rob Myers, what's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, Houston, Texas, they're terrible. I'm gonna throw away the whole channel. Let's see. Let me see. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Redwood's side, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Y'all know Jack. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. Roman, what's the motherfucking deal? So, like I said, and then we I like to be frank with y'all, man, and I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna be a very Tenny, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Uh, and Braylon. And for most of y'all who know, we don't really talk sports in here. So it gives you. I know y'all want to say some things, but the den is anti-sports. Everything else goes but sports. So, but I wanted, if you are in the sauce, I want you to be here because, like I say, this what I'm going to talk about tonight is going to have impact not only on the den but the sauce too moving forward. And so yeah, we'll do some confession calls. You guys have some confessions, so I guess we'll do that. But something's been nagging at me for quite some time, and again, I have to explain why, what's going on, and what is about to happen. So I'm trying to figure out the best place to start, and some of you kind of have an idea. Some of you I've talked to. You have an idea about some of the things that are, excuse me, man, that have been going on in my life, right? And I generally speak on certain things here as a whole. But with some of you, I do, speak a little bit more detail. So, I guess let's go way back. Well, let's go to the most recent event. And I told you about my relationship situation and, why that kind of went awry. And and it was me. It was me to blame for this. I have no shame in taking blame for my actions because I think when you take blame, you also take power, you take responsibility. And ultimately, I wasn't the man that I was supposed to be. No, I wasn't out there cheating and doing anything like that. I was extremely faithful, probably the most faithful I've ever been in any relationship. Embracing the father figure role and things like that. But ultimately, I did, when handling some of the channels and doing certain things. And, I've told you I've done some kind of freelancing. I wouldn't say freelancing, but independent operation on certain things to try to make money because of a legal situation that I had. Well, being honest, certain things I started investing more time in and not focusing on others, and it kind of messed up the ebb and flow of things. And like I said, the old lady I was with, she was a good chick, and so there's no fault. I have no fault of her for feeling the way that she felt, and for me, making some bad decisions. Um, and so that kind of impacted things. And so again, like I say, it was amicable. It is what it is. I still, you know, have access to the little one, when I want to, and still want to be a role in her life. But I'm not gonna lie, that did have an impact on me because I thought, hey, finally, I've had good women in my life, but I think I finally got my mentality right with everything else going. But I still took a L. But let's kind of go further back, and what I mentioned is because of a legal situation that prevented me from doing some things. And I've told y'all about the legal situation I got into a long a long time ago. And well, to be honest, that thing has still been kind of I've still been kind of dealing with it. And so, since that situation kind of, I've been kind of taking more seriously about getting this thing handled because it's been a real roadblock in my life. And so ultimately, it's a couple of things that have to be done to take care of that, right? And so, you know, one of those things being that I can go handle it the hard way, and that's probably what's going to go happen. Um, and then, but like I said, I have some things going on to help benefit that. But that will have an impact on what happens with the sauce. Now, I don't know what the outcome of the situation is going to be. I don't know if, I don't know if it's going to be a long term thing. I don't know if it's going to be a short term thing. But I can't keep sitting in here having these conversations about a litany of topics, and sometimes I feel very hypocritical, because we'll have certain conversations about different things, and I know that that I have my own issues that I need to deal with. Um, and so, like I say to you guys, because you guys are important to me, honestly. I don't know most of you. You know what I'm saying? But this is something I do on a frequent. I probably talking with you guys way more than I talk to anybody else. And so, like I said, probably within probably the next week or so, we're gonna have dinner all this week and everything. But probably the week after that, I'm gonna go do what I got to do to, look into whatever options I have to get past this situation. And so, I say these things because, again, like this is important to me. The sauce is important to me. These are things that have spent a lot of time working on diligently, and I could have been way more efficient. I could have been way better at what I've done. But well, appreciate that, Carson. But like I say, ultimately, for me to be the man that I know that I'm supposed to be, for me to be the man that I know I need to be, whether it's moving forward into a new relationship or maybe me getting my shit together and trying again with what I had going on, I got to do what I got to do, and it's painful because, like I say, I don't know what's going to happen, and I appreciate each and every one of you for you know being a part of this thing. Now, if everything is good and great, hey, maybe I'm out of commission a week or two, and probably still have to hit the reset button on some things, and just kind of start from scratch. Not as far as deleting the channels or anything, like just getting my life together. Um, because I feel like it's so fucking necessary, man. It's just been something that's bothering me. A lot of conversations we have, and I especially have to send a special shout out to um, the married guys in the den, and it's a bunch of you, almost all of y'all. I don't know who all's married, but sometimes you guys call in and say certain things, and it's an influence. And again, not just the men, but the women too. But from a male perspective, you know, I sit back and I think I don't really know too many people that I don't think anybody that I hang out with. I know people that have baby mamas and I don't think anybody that I am actually close friends with is even married. And well, one, but that's a whole different situation. But you guys have changed my perspective on a lot. Like I used to always think, long term relationships cool. What do you need to be married for? It's a bunch of bullshit. And so this is something that's been bothering me, but I know that I can't take that route until um, I man up with some things that I got going on in my life. Um, I wouldn't say that I've gotten religious, but I've definitely been reading the Bible a lot more, and I've mentioned that because again, I think standards and foundations are important, and I know I've been just kind of willy nilly with a lot of stuff, just seeing if this is going to work, if that's going to work. And again, you can't ask anybody to take on your burdens with you until you resolve some of those things. Like I said, so I have no fault with her. She did the best she could. And again, if it's meant to be in the future, what does it just say? Once you let something go, it comes back to you. It's yours. If not, then it never was. So again, no fault to her whatsoever. Um, this is a me issue, and so um, again, now what I can say is if you have an interest in assisting in this situation, and it's not a financial thing, but it may take a few minutes of your time. Send an email to denshowlive@gmail.com or message me however you tend to message me, and I'll tell you exactly what you could do to possibly help this situation out. It's not really about finances or anything like that. Um, but like I say, it's just and whatever happens with this, and y'all gotta kind of forgive me because I'm just kind of all over the place. A lot of stuff been going through my head. And like I say, there's been a lot of streams that I've been having this in the back of my mind while we sit here and talk. And I can't lie. Maybe some of you can tell. Some of you have hit me up and said, "Hey, you look like you got something bothering you. What's going on?" Uh, but I try to, try to keep a lot of shit to myself. But it's just like I don't feel like I'm reaching my full potential by stagnating. And I know it is because it's a mental block too, because I know what it is and everything. And so I know for a fact I'm not reaching my full potential. But what I want to say is that the person I am now is who I am. The conversations that we have, I'm 100% genuine about everything that I say. And I apologize, I'm not reading the chat right now because no telling where y'all are. And so I'll kind of try to catch back up afterwards. But right now, I'm not going to read it because, the den chat can be so many different things. But I am who I am. Everything I've ever said, ever since you've seen me grace the internet or whatever platform you've seen me on, I mean 100%. I just have baggage that I have been carrying for some time, thinking I'm going to come up with some creative way to get around it or fix it or whatever. But there's no doing all that. You got to face certain problems. You got to face them head up, and, and try to run through them. And not try to run through them. We'll run through them. But like I said, I've been in my Bible lately and things like that. And I feel really good about the whole situation. I genuinely feel good about it. My thing has just been, I felt like I owed you guys this because, especially in the den, and then the sauce, sauce is what it is. I'm not neglecting the sauce, but sauce is about sports and Texans and having that conversation. But the den, it's a more personal thing. And some of you guys have supported and rocked with me through a lot of things. And I appreciate that. And so I felt like, I couldn't just up and go because I can say, well, fuck it, I'm gonna just slide out tomorrow. And so, like I said, I wanted to at least have a solid week of great dens, and so we might do weekends and stuff too, considering there's Texans games or anything. Um, just depending, because like I say, it could be a week or two, it could be longer. I don't know. It's just up to whoever is in charge decides how they want to handle this. Um, and like I say, too, my mom's wedding is coming up, and I'm sitting there just thinking about that. Like, it's just so much, man. And it's time for me, like I say, to grow up. Time for me to man up. Time for me to be the person I need to be. And so, like I said, I just want y'all to realize that if you don't want to rock with me anymore because of this, I get it. I get it. Like, I can understand where if you feel deceived or something like that, I get it. I get it 100%. Um, if you're still fucking with it, after whatever little hiatus, however long it may be, and you're coming back, trust me, it'll be back better than ever. No looking back. And other than that, man, like I say, it's just been something I've been sitting on for quite some time, and I just felt like it was necessary to let it be said, you know. no matter what. It's just because I really rock with y'all real tough, so I didn't want to just end up, doing a bunch of stuff, disappearing, and then you guys not hearing from me or not knowing what's going on. So I felt like addressing the stream as a whole. And again, some of you may care, some of you may not care. I mean, it is what it is. You're people. You have your own lives. You have your own problems to tend to. So, but I felt like I owed you that. I owed the Den folk that much, especially if you know you're a regular here and what's going on. And so, like I said, it'll be about a week from now. There may be a hiatus, and I don't know how long the hiatus may be. And then, like I say, after that, like I said, I'm going to be probably pushing the reset button on a few things and just kind of starting from scratch, getting a couple of things together, and just really reevaluating a lot of stuff. And we go from there. But that's my confession. That's kind of what I want to say this Sunday night. And like I said, I was kind of just holding out to see how long the Texans went, because let's be honest, if they would have made a real run, that benefits the South. So I want that to grow as much as it can. The Den folk, y'all rock no matter what's going on in the world. So I'm not, necessarily tripping on y'all. But I mean, that's that. That's really all I got to say. So you can open up the line and talk about whatever you want to. If you got some confessions, if you got something in the world that you want to talk about, I don't want this to be a downer or Debbie Downer thing or anything. Like I said, I just want us to have some real good stream. That's what I wanted to give y'all a heads up, before anything shakes, and then we just figure out we figure out how things go from here. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much it, man. So anything else? Let's open it up, man. The first thing I see is Beyond talking about a co-host. Yeah, I'll tell you when the deal get right. I'll tell you, Beyond gonna be the co-host. I mean that. I've said, everything that I've ever said, I 100% mean. But I know that dealing with this situation is putting a roadblock on the success of what the Den could be, what the sauce could be, and just other opportunities that have been presented to me in life. And I'm hesitant to take on those things because of old burdens that I've allowed to carry me. And I can't sit here and say that they don't have a mental impact, which translates to a physical impact, and I'd be lying to you. So, like I said, I just got to handle up. I hope that other people feel the way that I feel. It's just me. So, no. I hope not. I definitely hope not. I hope not. Definitely hope not. But stop the nonsense, Isley. Let me open up the line. Let me see where. Like I said, I missed pretty much all of the chat. We'll see where we're at. I'll try to catch up on that. I'm sure there's a bunch of interesting commentary there. But I say I just had all this because I just really want y'all to know I truly appreciate y'all, man. I really do. Because in some of these times, like I said, that I've gone through where things have not been as 100 as it should be. Y'all been there with good advice, words of encouragement, support in many ways. So, yeah, but like I say, it's just it may be a hiatus, like I say again, and I feel good about what could happen. But to be genuine with you, depending on what's what, it could be a matter of.
Give him support, not a headache. SMH, person face bombing, rolling eyes face. Honcho the main Sancho shirts on sale now. Eyes, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face.
Appreciate the love, this here. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the deadline this evening?
What's going on, Honcho? This is your boy, Man Up here.
Man Up, what's the motherfucking deal, man? It's been a minute since I heard from you, Mr. Man Up. How you doing, man?
I can't complain, man. I'm back in the mix now.
All right.
Thought I'd let you know that. I don't know if you saw my last message, but I thought I'd let you know that.
Okay. We'll definitely do something here real soon. That's what's up.
And I'm calling. I know you got Sunday Night Confessions, but I just had a question I want to ask.
All right. Yes, sir.
Because this kind of, I don't know, it's kind of mind-boggling to me, I guess you could say. I I'm just wondering how come sometimes when you have your opinion on stuff, why is it that a lot of people can't understand that your opinion is your opinion and that's it? They try to change your mind to try to get you to believe what they believe. You know what I'm saying? It comes to a point to where it's like, I said I like this, you say you like that. You give your reason, I give my reason, okay, and that's it. But that ain't never it. It's like people always try to change your mind. You know what I'm saying? It's like they want you to join the masses, and if you don't join the masses, then it's something they feel like something's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious on why that is.
Uh, I think because some people couldn't operate on their own. Again, some people are not very independent thinkers, and so they feel like if you're not rocking
Talk
with the
like that.
masses, then you got something wrong with you. I always think if most people are doing it, then it's probably the wrong thing to do. That's just my mentality. Like with a lot of stuff, if I see everybody else doing it, I question it. Like I probably shouldn't be doing this. And I hate to sound like this way because I think I feel like most people are stupid. And again, not to be like insulting, but I mean, I have stupid ways. Everybody has like little stupid ways and certain things they do. But when it's like a
Yeah.
mass amount of people just doing something or getting into something or agreeing on a certain topic, I started looking at like, okay, what's the flaws in this thing? And some people just, like I say, they just go with the crowd because they would hate to stand out and get ostracized for being different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think that's what it is, what you just said right there, because you think different. And I was just wondering that because I'm not going to get into the details. I'll tell you about that later. But I was just wondering that because it was like some things that was going on. I'm like, damn, I can't have my own opinion on shit. Oh, what the fuck? It's like I can't think the way I want to think without. And I sit there and told this one person, I said, okay, you told me why, and I told you why. Your opinion is your opinion. My opinion is my opinion. Let's leave it at that. But they just kept on going. I'm like, damn, for real? And it's like, shit, man. But I was just curious, man. That's all, man. I ain't gonna take up too much more time. I've been going to have some dinner with my wife and shit. But I was like, I just had to call in while I had a moment to ask that question. That's all.
Okay, okay. Well, I appreciate you calling in, Mr. Man Up. And like I say, yeah, we'll try to get some done soon since you got some more free time on your hands.
All right, man. I'll holler at you, dog.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. I'm catching up with some of y'all in this chat. Y'all are terrible. Terrible people. What's the motherfucking deal, man? We got calling into the den line this evening.
Hey, what's going on, Sauce man? How you doing?
Doing good, man.
I really don't really have a confession tonight, and I don't really know much about your situation, say your legal situation, kind of what you're alluding to.
Yeah.
But I can kind of speak more on the general, aspects of legal situations and the impact on. I'm just gonna be frank with you, black males specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you going through, bro? I did not mind you. I don't know the details of it, but it sounds like it's not a result of individual failure.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
I mean, explain more. I get what you're saying, but kind of explain your point of view more.
It's not a result of individual failure. Mm-hmm. Like we currently exist under the weight of white supremacy in this country. Mm-hmm. So they make it to where everything you do is criminalized, right? Mm-hmm. So even if you make a mistake, America don't have a problem with people making mistakes. America don't have a problem with failure. America loves the redemption story. America has a problem when your ass fails. And the problem is you don't have a safety net to fail. You don't have parents to run to with lawyers who in your family where you can fuck up and make mistakes and where they're going to come to your aid and rescue you. We don't have that. You understand what I'm saying, bro?
Mm-hmm. And I get you, and I feel you. But the way I look at things, I look at it a little different, man, because like I say, when I talk about taking blame for things, nobody made me engage in the actions that I engaged in. Nobody forced it to me. It was a decision that I openly made, knowing that I feel like, I have every other talent and skill available in the world to be successful. But I made a choice and convinced myself that this was the sensible choice to be making. And, again, like I say, certain things happened that followed up after that.
So can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
How did you convince yourself that was a sensible choice? Understand that if you grew up in a lineage to where, let's say you came from people who all were doctors, mm-hmm. or all were lawyers, or all engineers, understand that would have never been an acceptable choice in your mind.
Mm-hmm. I get you.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but like I said,
Like that's what I'm trying to like. That's like because you gotta understand that. Like I grew up in the hood. I grew up in the ghetto.
mm,
No one would sign up for lights being cut off. No one would sign up for roaches. No one would sign up for sleeping on the floor, avoiding gunshots. No one would sign up for heating up the house with the oven. No one would sign up for police brutality. No one. You put that on the paper and say which lifestyle you want to live. Which one would you pick?
so, like I'm saying, of course you want the more comfortable life.
Exactly. And guess what happens when you grow up under those conditions?
Mm. Yeah,
And
but
all of a sudden you 18 or you an adult, but you grew up in the jungle, but yet you're supposed to put on a suit and tie and get everything right after that conditioning you went through.
but here's my thing. Like I say, with my situation, right? And I didn't
Mm-hmm.
grow up. I didn't grow up
Like
in
I don't know your situation.
Yeah.
I don't know your unique situation.
Yeah.
That's why I'm speaking in broad.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say, like, for me, this is why I say, and I can get everybody else's story, and I can get I understand circumstances and situations and why people become the way they are. But like I said, I can only speak for me
Mm-hmm.
individually and my outcome. Again, like I say I was a so, but I was always intelligent. As far as when I did go to class, I would ace things, and so intelligence was never an issue. I had a decent, solid home upbringing. I was a single mom, but she did
Mm-hmm.
her damnedest. I had a little bit too much freedom. It is what it is. I had offers. I got scholarship. I decided to stay close to home. I went to that and I fucked it up. But those are choices that I made. Coaches and people said, "Oh, you had the potential to go to the NFL."
But understand all that what you said. Though that's astronomical. That's anomalies. How many people can actually get a scholarship?
But that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying for me though. That's why I look at my situation specifically, because everybody's not going to get entitled to the same things that I am. And I know other people are going to have tougher situations. They're not going to have a loving home. They're going to have a lot of difficulty. You can talk about drugs, junkies, all that. Like I didn't have to deal with that primarily. Well, as in my older life, when younger, when I deal with my mom and dad were together, there were issues, whatever it was. But so that's why I say me specifically. My problems are mine because I knew better. Because I had opportunities, I've had all the opportunities in the world laid before me, and so even when I found a way to reason myself, I'm gonna just do this. This makes more sense, and talk myself out of shit. And then when I still had other opportunities, well, I say, you know what, I'm gonna go fuck with this instead of doing the legitimate shit. And again, I put myself in that situation. Now, not everybody feels that they have those ways. I'm sorry, you still there? Cut it down. Hello. I don't know if I cut it out, did I? Did I mess it up?
Putting on you.
Okay.
That's the consequence of what we go through. Even though like you had a different option, you had a different choice. But being that, put it like this: I forget the white boy who just raped the girl, and the judge said he didn't want that to change his life. Mm-hmm. He got 6 months probation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what you talking about has changed your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have done nothing that close.
Correct. No, I would never do that. I never, ever, it's kind of hard. You kind of cutting it out there a little bit. Like after you said nothing close, and it's kind of been cutting it out.
That doesn't make sense. So what I'm saying is, the little trouble you got in ain't supposed to change your life this much to where you can't get past it, to where you can't have and move forward the way you be able to get done with that. Whatever you done with.
I mean, it's hard to catch. Like I said,
that's not that part there.
Yeah.
The part I'm talking to is the design of it. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about your mistakes made. I'm saying the way it's designed to keep you in that same space, bro. But that homeboy that just raped somebody did his 6 months. He gone. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm catching, man. It's like, but you're cutting in and out. Like I'm getting what you're saying, but I'm missing little pieces of it.
But I mean, serious. My brother, I'm not gonna put his business out there, but he got caught with 2 e-pills in a school zone, ironically, and they made it, and they was damn near trying to make it sell him. It took him 6 years to get that shit off of him. From them hoes.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like 6 years. They were trying to get him for distribution. Mm-hmm. And he got to deal with that embarrassment. Every time you apply for a job, it's like, man, I hope this shit don't pop up. Hey, Jay, you think they good? You think they?
No, that shit gonna pop up.
Go on it. Hey, man, you know what? Even if you got all this shit, that's the shit that we deal with. Mm-hmm. The weight of this system. So I know you're different, but when 1 in 3 black people go I dare you to count 3 black people in your family and tell me who ain't been to jail.
None of the ladies in my family been to jail. All the niggas been to jail.
Male.
All of us. Every last one of them. It was probably a point. It was probably at one point in my time when I was the only one who wasn't in jail.
Huh?
So there was probably a point in time when I was the only one that wasn't in jail. So as far as I'm talking about my whole mom's side of the family. So I mean, yeah, I get it. I definitely get it.
But I do the numbers.
But my thing is, just, like I say, and again, I can't control nobody else's outcome, and that's why I say
No, it's not. No, I'm not trying to control nobody else. But I want us to start thinking as a collective. Because when I heard you talking about your different ways here in the barbershop, you know, but like I hear your story just in different ways, and people be like, it ain't your fault, bro. The situation that we find ourselves in, the reason why things don't work is because we don't have wealth. That's why things don't pop off. That's why shit ain't going on. Because let me tell you, with money, you can erase a whole bunch of shit. You don't have it. That's why this shit's still following you. But hey, let me get you somewhere where you can get some information. You know what I mean? I mean, it's the black agenda. I push politics. That's what I do. So I sent you an email. We talk offline. What you said, like, really near and dear to my heart because I'm always fighting for the board and like we gotta free ourselves because we haven't done nothing wrong, bro. We've been out there to talk the whole time. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm catching it. It's been cutting in and out, but I know you said something about that you sent an email. And
like period. But anyway, let me get off the line, bro. I just want to. I sent some information. I sent you an email.
Okay.
Well, it is like I see you that sad, bro. It's just like it made me want to call in, man. So I just want to, encourage you if I could.
Well, man, I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate the genuine concern, man.
All right, man. Well, you have a good one, man. I was the one that called in earlier cussing out about.
Oh yeah. I see the voice sounded familiar. I'm trying to make sure it's JD, right?
Black politics when I am about the Texans. So.
Okay. Well, definitely. We'll have some definitely good conversations in here today because we talk about a whole lot of things around that.
Right, man. So I'm. Hey, man. I'll talk to you next time, man. I appreciate what you do.
All right, man. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you very much. All right. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hey, it's Belle. How are you? I'm going through my den withdrawal.
Oh, Miss Belle, how are you? I'm doing well, Miss Belle. And how's life treating you?
It's good. I had an audiobook weekend, so it made it very nice and quiet. Nothing but headphones and just kind of doing what I got to do.
Okay.
I want to commend you. Sometimes we need to step back before going forward. And I will email and figure out what I can do to help. Okay. And I'll leave that part alone. But I have been so wanting to call in because I don't do karaoke at all. Okay, here's my confession. My singing is so bad that my kids would rather put earplugs in than get me singing lessons.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cheaper that way.
That reminds me of, I don't know if you've seen the video where it's the mom and like she's singing and they're playing a song. I forgot what song they're playing, but she's like cleaning up and she's singing and she's really getting into it and she's going real hard. And then they kind of show the family, like they're on the couch watching a game or something. And then they look at her and they're like, and then they go back to her and she's playing the song, she's singing and they kind of looking at her. And then they show how she's really sounding when she's singing and it sounds really, really bad. So yeah, that's what it makes me think of.
I used to say I can't sing in the shower, the water would go back up. But as long as, when I was in the church choir, as long as I was in the choir, it was fine. But there was never, ever going to be a solo for this one. But point is that just calling in to give you my support, what I can do. And my feeling is 98% of us are going to come back. You know, the den is its own enigma. And it's its own family, and it's its own amoeba, which means that we all are plankton among the food for this particular thing. I don't know. It sucks, but it's going to be okay. because you got to do what you got to do, and that's the most important thing. And we as a group definitely need you back, but we need you to do what you need to do for you first. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay. Well, Ms. Bell, well, I appreciate that. And yeah, absolutely. Like I say, you know, and I talk about wanting to be a better host and do all these things. I can't do that without, like I say, clearing all these unnecessary hurdles, you know, or obstacles. And it's like I say, once I, you know, I can focus better on things. So like I say, ultimately, it's just time. Like I said, we talked all that 2020 stuff about improving and doing better. So hey, you know, sometimes you got to get some of the old BS, old baggage out the way, and move forward from there. So I thank you for that,
Yeah.
Ms. Bell.
Well, that's the thing. It's, you know, what is that? To know better is to do better, hon.
Correct. Absolutely.
And I just ask one favor, is to just kind of either keep us updated through Facebook or through the Discord or something, just to let us know when you're going to be able to start programs back up.
Okay. I definitely will.
Yeah.
So.
But like I said, I'll email you and we'll figure it out. So, all right. And I'm hoping everybody's got some good positive reinforcement tonight.
Okay. Well, like I said, we'll
we
see.
want you to know that we're here for you too, even though we're all in our own different places. It's like you've touched our heart too, and been there for us at different points that have been pretty crucial too.
Well, like I say, man, I really do view this as a community, and I think we do a pretty good job for the most part of looking out for one another. Sometimes things get a little toxic, but I think they get remedied from time to time. But
I think every family has a toxic moment or two. I don't think it would be a real family if we didn't.
I agree. I definitely agree.
All right. Well, that being said, I'm going to let go so everybody else can call in, and have a good night. I've got to head out early because I've got to be up at about 5 a.m. your time. So I might cut out early tonight, but I wanted to make sure I was here for whatever message you were given.
Okay. Well, I thank you for that, Ms. Bell, and I appreciate you being here.
All right. Good night.
All right. Have a good evening. Yeah. And like I say, man, you know, my thing is just giving a heads up because, like I said, I don't know how long, you know, the hiatus will be out. I probably will not be able to control that, but I definitely have all intentions of resuming the stuff. I'm like I said, I'm gonna talk with the round table as far as handling the sauce, and you know, maybe a similar situation to what we kind of had going on earlier. But it's just, it's like, you know, I just want y'all to understand, you know, what's going on because, like I said, I feel like that's the least I could do. But what's the motherfucking deal we got on the line this evening?
Man, it's your boy Roman.
Roman, what's the motherfucking deal? How are you doing?
Man, not really nothing, man. I just wanna, all I want to say, Honcho, is that look. For earlier, man, I went off, man. I'm sorry for all the cursing and going all over the place, man. I was in the mood. I just got pissed off. You get what I mean? But I'm good now. But no. To get serious, real quick, Honcho, I'm gonna tell you this is kind of like my confession. You know, it was hard for me. I've always been a talker, but I've only talked to people like I know, kind of like family, friends, and I've always been talked to in that realm, but never to talk to other people and to get my point across. I was always scared of criticism or my voice or how I sound. So for the din and the sauce, I'm going to say the sauce first because that's why I first found you in this whole platform. To finally find the sauce, it was mind changing, Honcho. It gave me a new confidence that I didn't have, and it was hard for me to find. I remember my first call. I was stuttering. I don't know what the hell to say, but I felt good. And then after that time, I just kept calling and calling and calling. I became a regular, and I got voted to the goddamn Sauce Pro Bowl. Yeah. And I was static. I was popcorn. You get what I mean. I was going all over the place. And I became merged with the sauce and the beans, and it became like a family. It's grown my confidence to how I became the damn president of my damn school, like I was telling you about. You know, just the confidence to for me talking on Sauce on the Den helped make me go call. I'm having whole conversations with Booker T. Like, nigga, I never would have did that without the Sauce on the Den. So it's just a real thank you for doing that. You get what I mean? Because without these shows, I never would have did that. I never could have got my point across when it comes to the Texans, how I love that team. You know, they pissed me off earlier, but I love them. And just my worldviews in general. You get what I mean? I would never got across it. You never would create this platform for all of us. I know we all come from different backgrounds and different areas of the world. Not all of us live in Texas, and all of us probably come from some hardship. I told you, you know, my dad was alcoholic, and I love him, but, you know, it was hard. He was the person I would talk sports with. So when he kind of left, went in and out, to find this show and able to talk about, still have that conversation, that human conversation about sports, especially just a male conversation about sports. You know, it felt like it filled in a void, and a piece of me that kind of went missing after he left. You get what I mean? So, just like I say, I just gotta thank you from the bottom of my heart, Honcho. I'm gonna do the email. I'm gonna do everything I can to help you. I don't want to see the Sauce on the Den fall, because we worked so hard. I know we don't got thousands of people in the Sauce on the Den, but one thing I love about both these shows, they're authentic. They're real. There's no fakeness. How everybody feels is how everybody feels. When you look at these top tier YouTubers, you know, they start to do stuff for clout. They do it because it's trending. They do it because it's hot. They're not authentic. These couples, a lot of these couples don't even love each other. They stay together because they makes them money. But Honcho, I know you really care about it because you really care about it, and you don't find a lot of people like that in the world anymore. It's kind of hard to find just authentic people, and I just gotta thank you for that, Honcho. But I understand what you got to do. You know, I'm a Christian. God only gives us things that we can handle, and only situations and things we can do that we can handle. He wouldn't give us something we couldn't handle. So whatever's going on with legal problems or anything, Honcho, I know you can do it. You know we gonna believe in you, and just keep fighting. I know you can do it, and like I say, I don't know. I'm a little lost for words. I'm getting a little emotional here, man. It's just I know that this show can be much bigger, and it will. It's just you hit a crossroads, and it happens. You hit a block, but all great inventors and all great minds have hit crossroads and blocks. It's one thing Thomas Edison said. You know, I've never failed 1,000 times. I've just learned 1,000 times. And all you doing every time it's a crossroads, you just learn something new. We learn something new. So, like I say, to everybody, thank you, Honcho, thank you. We gonna do it. I know we gonna do it. And we gotta keep moving. But that's my call, man.
Correct. I appreciate the call, Roman, and I appreciate you sharing that, man.
Yeah, anytime, man. It's not like being real. It's just, you know, really having a real conversation with somebody. So, let's say from everybody in the Den and the Sauce, I can't name everybody. Y'all know who y'all are. Love y'all. Care about y'all. Like I say, my internet family. Y'all help me be who I am. It's your boy Roman coming up here. Let's say thank everybody that I've argued with, that I agreed with. That, yeah, man. So I'm here to give up this line. You know I'm known for rambling. So I'm here to give up this line, man.
It's all good, Mr. Roman. I appreciate the call there, man.
Man, anytime.
Already. Look, y'all, I want you to understand, this is not forever. It may be a while. I don't know. Like I say, there's certain things that I'm not in control of. Like I say, I have, you know, a legal team and some other things going in. Like I say, but this is just the move to start making progress. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the Den line this evening? Um, shit, no. Like I say, it just depends on how these things operate. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Oh my God! I'm like, what is that? Grace, how are you, Honcho?
I'm doing good, Miss Grace. How are you?
Good. You know what? I'm sitting here listening to all of this, and let me turn this volume down. Okay, I gotta mail those other phones back tomorrow. You're a jewel. Point blank. Period. Miss Grace is not easily impressed by anything or anybody. Everybody knows that about me. You know, it goes deeper than that. You mean, and you are something special, extremely special, and I don't believe in giving false compliments either. If someone doesn't look nice, I ain't gonna lie and tell you look nice. You ain't smart, I ain't gonna lie and tell you that you're smart. Some teachers tell kids they're smart. I don't tell them they're smart. If you don't know math, you don't know math, but I like the way you tie your shoes. That's how I am. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you something. Just go and you take your little punishment or do whatever you got to do. And even in that, you're going to dig within deep and you're going to find something better about yourself. And you're going to say, this was another learning experience. You know about my life. Having a baby at a young age and then running away at the age of 17 and moving in with one of the biggest drug dealers with all the business and everything. You know what I mean? And the domestic violence until I beat his fucking ass because I couldn't stand him anymore. You know what I mean?
Yes,
and
ma'am.
then I left there. You know what I mean? He said, if you leave me, you're going to end up in the raggedy jeans I found you in. Nigga, raggedy jeans were in style. I ripped them that way, you dumb fuck. You know what I mean? So I moved back into the hood next door to my mother. You know what I mean? And I was technically what I had said to you when what's the name? Lady Licious had said that she was homeless and things. I said I was technically homeless, but I wasn't physically homeless because I had my mother, I had my family here. But the house that I had moved into, the first floor was empty, and so the pipes would burst and freeze, and you could ice skate in my kitchen, like you were in Central Park. You know, so the only way for me to get into the projects was to deem myself homeless, so that my name went straight to the top of the list. You know what I mean? And so I ended up there. So I was only technically homeless. I mean, I'm telling you, Honcho, I've done it all. I was a drunk driving bitch. I'm glad they caught me that one time. You know what I mean? I mean, I lost my license for 30 days. It cost me like $10,000. But you know what? I was glad they caught me. Because everybody did it. You had some drinks and things. You get stopped. I was looking all lovely with these emerald earrings. When they said they hauled my little ass off to jail, I made those cops chase me through 4 different towns outside of Boston. Oh, yeah, the big black cop didn't think I was funny or cute at all. The white guys thought I was hilarious. I was trying to make everybody laugh. But I thought if I kept going, Honcho, they had that little bullhorn thing, tell me to pull over. I figured, in my drunk mind, I figured that if I kept going, they would leave me the fuck alone and go away.
I don't think it worked like that.
No, it didn't. I was only going like 40 miles an hour, you know, but that cost me money. They made me go to the classes. I lost my license for 30 days. I had to tell my son he had to take me to work and bring me back home. And then I had to go, they sent me to the 12-step programs. I was sitting there with drug addicts and everything, and they had nerve. They were trying to rap to me. I was looking at them like, I am not one of you. You know, and they finally said, look to your left and look to your right because people will be back. And I looked at them and said, I won't be back here again. And the guy had the nerve to try to rap to me, a fat guy. You know what I mean? Oh, you'll be back. Yeah, you'll be back. No, I won't be back. I'll bet you that. And it never happened again. I won't take a drink and get behind the wheel. And I'm happy that they did catch me because I didn't hurt myself, or worse than that, I didn't hurt anybody else. That was my punishment, and I learned well, and I'm glad I did. You mean, so things happen. I want everybody to, I hate when people pretend that they don't know what people need. Don't bring me flowers when I need motherfucking shoes. You know what I mean? money is the answer. We always need money. I hear when people say, what can I do? There's a little kid hungry like that freaking singer, India.Arie, what she did one time. I saw she went to one of those third world countries, and there was a little girl on the little dirt floor with a little cot, you know, a little pallet and everything, and the little girl was crying, and the translator was telling India.Arie that the little girl wanted to come back, I guess, to America with her, and India.Arie looked at her and said, oh, I know what will make you happy. She pulled out her goddamn guitar. She started strumming on guitar. You will be happy one day. That little girl sobbed more and more, and I was mad at her for doing that shit to the kid. You know what the fuck the kid wanted? The kid wanted some of that American life.
Yeah.
You should have given her some of that. Don't be strumming on no goddamn guitar. You know, she didn't. That kid was sobbing. The more she played that guitar, the more the kid cried. So let's not pretend that we don't know, because everybody does. You know what I mean, Honcho? You got me 100%. You mean whatever you need.
Okay.
I'm here 100%.
Well, thank you. I truly do thank you for that, Ms. Grace. And you have been,
Hey.
you know, such a wonderful addition to the den. I thank you for everything. I just want you to know that.
You're like a son to me. You know what I mean? You are. You're like a son. I adopted you in my heart. You're my son. You're my kid. That's it. You know what I mean? And everybody needs to just sit there, get your goddamn cash in your bottles and cans, do what you got to do. I don't want to hear it. And everybody start sending them that money. The other thing I wanted to say, a confession that I have to make besides all that my business I just told, and nobody better not even use it against me either, because I tell people some of the things I've done in my life. I tell them, if you ever tell my kid, I'll fucking kill you. Okay? But now she's listening, so now she's hearing things. Yeah, but that's okay. She's much, or she just, because I mean, now I can do no wrong in her eyes. It was challenging for a while there, you know, because girls can be. But I wanted to, like, help out one time and do a show, because I noticed that we have people in the den, and they're all over the place. You mean where they're living from paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. You mean, and I've gone through things like that. And so I wanted to tell everyone, I had always wanted to try this, and I did it. I opened up a bank account for my granddaughter a few years ago, and they have that thing where the first week in January you put $1, the second week $2, the third week $3, and so on and so forth. So by the end of the year, you've saved up over $1,300. You know, and I just want to tell people, don't ever miss that. You mean go open up a bank account, put it under a kid's name. I don't care if it's under your name. You know what I mean? And that way you just go on the computer and designate a day that you go on the computer and just transfer that $1 into that account, $2. Now we're already into like the second week or whatever.
Yeah.
You mean just catch up and do that. You mean because you have to get financial wellness. You know, that really is the key to a lot of things. So that's why I understand that other guy was saying that part. You know, we need financial wellness. Once you have financial wellness, and you don't have to be rich. We ain't prepaid rich.
Yeah, you got to up that 401k by 30%.
Okay, he's funny. You know, but he too has come from humble beginnings. You know, but I said once you start with the financial wellness, then I want people to get their credit scores up. Even if it's not, get it at least 700 or above. If you get that, you could get anything. They will give you anything. You can walk into a bank if you get 750, 810. You know what I mean? They'll give you a TV because everybody wants you to do banking with them because they're waiting for you to mess up so that they can get you. Well, the name of the game, I'm not messing up.
Correct.
You know, I've done all of that crap before. You mean I'm not messing up. So I just want people to get your credit scores up. If anybody needs any help with anything, I can tell them how to do it, get up there, and then then after, you know, with the travel thing, then I mean with the financial wellness, then the travel thing. You know, Miss Grace can sit up there and I don't stay at any hotel that's not on the waterfront, but I can do it for a lot less money. There's ways to do it. I'm certified in travel and tourism. What cards to get? You know what I mean? You have to pay your bills anyway with cash. So what you do, you get the right credit card. You pay your bills with that. Even you could pay some mortgage places will let you pay mortgage. Some will let you pay rent. You sit there and pay it with that credit card. You know what I mean? And then when you get the cash, as soon as the bill comes in, you pay it right away. You're going to do it anyway. Now you have all those points, and you get free plane tickets and free hotels and free breakfast and all kinds of things. You mean, but I can show people how to do that, and I swear, you mean, I was going to talk to Prepaid first. I'm going to say, Prepaid, try this here, and watch how you could sit there and eat. I went to the what is it? More than a week ago, before everybody started back to work and school, we went to the Brazilian Grill. We all sat there and ate for $50. And you know they keep coming around cutting that meat up and things like that. But there's ways to do it. And like really, I learned from being around different kinds of people. If I stayed with just my people in the hood, then I learned one way of doing things. And then you deal with other people that have the financial wealth, then you learn other things from them. It's really important to keep time with pumpers as well as kings, the people on the bottom and all the way to the top. You mean, and then you can't miss, and all the people in between, you know. But those are some of the things. But you know, I said, gee, Honcho feels sad. Did I really hurt his feelings by singing that little Wayne song the way I did?
No, that had nothing to do with it. That was actually a very pleasant experience. Made me think. It just brought back some old memories. I remember when that song came out and some of the things I had going on at that time. But I really actually enjoyed that.
Okay, good. And Roman. And I love my little guy, Roman. Roman put down there, because now the chat's not there anymore, so I couldn't find the song that Colt Red, I keep calling him Colt Red, but Coach Red, I wonder what kind of name is that anyway, Coach Red? It's cute, but I like calling him Colt Red, so to me he's Colt Red. He wanted to sing a song with me, so I was trying to find out what that was, but the chat's gone. But I know Roman wanted us to do Fire and Desire. And you know I had sent you a text and told you that next week I'll be leaving because I need to get out of this New England cool weather, even though it was up in the 60s today, but not good enough for me. I need to get somewhere where there's a beach so I can run around and go swimming and just hang out by myself. So I'm leaving later on this week, and then I'll probably be gone for about a week, and then I'll come back again. But tell Roman, if you're listening, Miss Grace is not playing. Fire and Desire, Rick James, you got that? Because I'm going to tell you what, I threw away my coffee yesterday because I pulled up on the internet what would make my voice better. I threw away the coffee, and I pulled up this video where I lift up my shoulders and let it down and go exercise my neck back and forth, go and do all that stuff. Roman, I'm getting ready. You mean because we ain't playing with these hoes. Okay, baby. Roman and I come back, we're doing Fire and Desire. So y'all better get ready.
I'm definitely going to be looking forward to that. Oh, that will be excellent.
Okay, I'll shoot you an email. But everybody, you mean, don't pretend you don't know. Let's get it.
All right, well, Miss
Let's get it. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, bye-bye.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good evening. Pastor Troy, Lady Licious, get the fuck out of here. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
What the fuck is going on in here?
What you talking about?
What's wrong with you people? Y'all tripping. Y'all make it sound like the nigga dying or some shit.
Nah, they done gave me AIDS. They done gave me cancer. I think I had some
yeah,
Ebola
what
and
the
shit. Fuck? Yeah, they done kill me.
God damn.
I got 48 hours to live.
The man taking a hiatus, man. That's it. He be back.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Yeah.
This shit done happened before. So y'all ain't been in here long enough to understand the history of the den, goddamn. So y'all need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Shit.
And like I say, it's just, and that's weird for everybody. It's just, like I say, it's some little legal business, but I feel good about the outcome. You know, I haven't been up to no shenanigans, and like I say, it should all be kosher. But again, certain things out of my hands, I'm just leave it up to the powers that be. But again, like I say, I feel good about it, and I think that I've assembled a decent team of support system and everything. So I'm thinking the outcome should be good. So. Like I say, it's just about moving this hurdle because there's so much more I want to do, so much more I want to be able to bring to y'all, not just in the den, but in the sauce, opportunities in my life and things like that. I just feel like there's so much more. This is just a stepping stone. This is like a beginning of the den. Has been a beginning of something, but there's so much more that I can do. And so I just got to get this shit cleared out the way. And then, like I say, we're gonna take off like a rocket, a Lakawan Hakeem.
That nigga stupid. So what you're saying is when you come back, you won't be hoe ass Honcho. No, is that what you're saying?
Oh man, I'm gonna be twice. I'm gonna literally be a hoe, but I won't be hoe ass Honcho. You know, trust me. I'm gonna have some things to get out of my system, of course. You know, like I said, I've been just delaying, just staying stable, and once I get those things out of my system, but definitely that's not going to impact the den or anything. That's definitely not going to be anything y'all got to worry about. But yeah, but I mean, like I said, I'll be better. Like I said, it'll be those. Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Just sometimes, you're sitting here and there's just things in the back of your mind that you have to consider when you're operating. Again, when those opportunities and those windows open up, man, like I'm telling you, it's just ain't no looking back. Like I said, I've been studying some new things, and so I said before I try to move forward with this new stuff, let me clear this old shit out the way, and then that way I can focus on this wholeheartedly, and I mean go all the way in. So that's just where we are. But yeah, I mean, y'all might see a bit more. I won't say lighthearted, but y'all see it'll be a slight change to certain things. But I mean, you're pretty much gonna get the same Honcho. Just I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
So I mean,
first of all, Mr. Man Up, really? Really? Okay, Mr. Man Up. I'll play your little game. When you got a lot of people that's seeing the same thing and you not seeing it, like those little pictures that's got like the patterns, but if you stare at it long enough, you can see something come underneath it, like it might be a tiger or some shit.
Yeah.
So if you got 30 people looking at it, and 30 people telling you, yeah, if you stare at this long enough, it look like a tiger, but you the only one that's looking at it and can't see it, but something wrong with them?
No. I mean, I think in a situation where you're talking about a physical interaction, like, well, I guess it wouldn't be physical. I guess you're just looking at something. But in an interaction like that, I think that's different. But I think if it's
no, it's not. It's being able to see something that isn't there at the surface. It's being able to look past something else to be able to see the bigger picture or to see what you're really supposed to be seeing. That's a perfect analogy. Some people just don't have that vision.
But what I'm saying,
they can only see what they see at surface, and they just stick with that. They're not willing to try and look past what they can actually see.
But what I'm saying is, I think that's because again, like I say, that there's a visual attached to it. I think when you're just talking common opinions, it can be different if I'm just not agreeing with your opinion. So if you're saying, let me try to avoid something political just a moment. Let's talk about some of these bum ass rappers that some of the shit that we was talking about in the Discord. Such and such rapper go hard. Such and such rapper is trash, right? So a mainstream artist that, of course, he's got millions of albums sold and he's got a lot of shit going on. So the majority of people in that conversation may say, "Oh yeah, you go hard, whoop de whoop whoop." Well, you might, nah, he's trash. I like this underground artist. They ain't never heard of him, and then people think something's wrong. Oh, you don't like something? Oh, you tripping, et cetera, et cetera. I think I'd make it more of that kind of comparison than actual something like, okay, we were looking at something. This looks like a tiger, and somebody said, this looks like a fucking clown car or some shit. And then I think you start, now your perception is off. I think that changed from a perception to an opinion situation. So I think the perception is the situation on that.
Okay. We could play this little game too.
Okay.
When all evidence point to one thing, and a lot of people can see the evidence, you're steadily denying the evidence. Does that not make the evidence true?
Not necessarily. I mean, because again, like I said, let's go back to Juice Smollett, right?
Oh God!
So now I think most people in here were reasonable and saw one thing, but was there still not a large group of people who felt like they saw something else, even though all that same evidence was presented?
Because they let their emotions cloud their better judgment. They didn't use their common sense. They didn't want to see the reality of the story. That's my point. When people don't want to see the reality, they say that you just stating your opinion because they refuse to take your opinion as being a possible fact. But if you just actually just be willing to accept it, even for a moment, accept that what they say may be true, it might open your mind to something different than what you ever thought or felt before. But a lot of people are not willing to make that step. They refuse to do it. They'll start a sentence out like, you can't tell me. which means that you're not apt to listen to anything anybody's saying.
Correct. I would definitely agree with that. Like I said, I mean, again, like I said, even in this conversation that we're having, we're similar. We're talking about a similar thing, but we're seeing it from different angles. So again, like I said, I think it depends on the people you're dealing with. It depends on the crowd that you're mingling. I think there's so many underlying factors to it too, because you can talk about the race impact. You can talk about Nate Dogg. What's the motherfucking deal? You can talk about the racial impact. We can talk about the socioeconomic impact. We can talk about neighborhoods, and we can talk about cities. As far as geographical, like pecan pie versus pecan pie. That's something I'm still trying to figure out.
Fuck out of here. And that dude, whoever that guy was, I get what you're saying, brother. And not saying that what you wasn't saying is right. But how in the fuck does that help him get out of it? It don't. It don't. It don't help him none whatsoever. Okay, well, who's to blame? Okay, then you blame him, and then what? How you gonna fix it? What do you do then? That's the question. Roman. Mr. Roman. You did. It was a good call, Roman. Then you went back to this shit that people say just because it sounds good, but it doesn't make sense. God won't give you nothing more than what you can handle. If that was true, people wouldn't commit suicide. If that was true, people wouldn't catch illnesses that take their life. That's more than they can handle, right? See, when you introduce logic instead of feelings, looks a little different. Sounds more harsh, but it's more grounded in reality. Miss Grace, I lay to death, Miss Grace. But Honcho being your son, nah, fuck your son. How about that? Fuck that nigga Honcho. He ain't shit.
Yeah, that's fucked up. With that. That's why you ain't invited to your family reunion.
Yeah, goddamn right. Fuck Honcho. Still a hoe ass nigga. Will always be a hoe ass nigga. But I fucks with him though. Even though he's still my nigga. Yeah, I'm just messing with Miss Grace. I ain't got nothing to say about her car really.
And that's what I say. I find the so interesting because, like I say, so many of us from different backgrounds don't know each other for shit, but we've built very solid relationships through interactions on the internet. And that's what
not me and you though.
I don't know you.
We got real similar backgrounds.
Yeah, this is true.
Eerie similar.
Yes, this is true. Yeah,
but we hear, like we see it. We know what's up. What's understood don't have to be explained type of shit.
Correct. And I find that funny too.
It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. It's like sometimes I can ask you something. At first I'm not thinking that you know what the fuck I'm talking about. But then I'm like, I bet you he knows. Then when I ask you, you be like, yeah. And I'd be like, what the fuck? It's like this is like me and this nigga grew up around each other in a weird, odd way, but that ain't the case. So, yeah, we cut from the same cloth, I can see. So, all I can tell you, bro, it's like I say all the time. People, in order for you to do or to want to do better, or to be able to do better, you got to deal with your own shit first.
Honcho, say hi to Big Poppy.
You got to take to deal with your own shit.
Smiley face.
And that's just what you got to do.
Face. Skull.
Absolutely. That's what I say. It's just, trust me. Look, I got to low key tell you something, especially while Trill on the phone, man, because I was basing this off of the Texans and what they were doing, and when them motherfuckers was up 24-0, I'm like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to delay this shit another motherfucking week because I'm ready to make this move. I'm ready to get this shit out the way and just move on from the shit. Whatever the outcome is. I'm in this bitch like, yeah, I'm rooting for them. This is nice, but the whole time I'm like, these motherfuckers. When Kansas, look, y'all gonna be like, I'm unsubscribing from the sauce for this. But when the Kansas City started coming back, like I was mad because the Texans was losing after that whole. But then I was just like, you know what? Well, maybe this is how it's supposed to be. Fuck it. I'm not either way. It's a win-win for me. You know what I'm saying? Because if the Texans win, well, we're gonna keep the sauce rolling. If the Texans lose, well, I'm gonna go handle up because it's the perfect time to do it. Hopefully get everything out the way by the time free agency and draft time and everything and all that stuff hitting you. You hit the ground rolling, you don't really miss nothing. I know the Den folk gonna rock, one way or another. And if they don't, I understand. But so, like I said, I'm just ready, like I say, because I've been dealing with this bullshit for too long, and it's just time to clear this shit up. And like I say, I think that so much more will come from it. Like what was the term Ray used? The not cost analysis, cost benefit. Something he said.
Lady Licious donated $5 through
Yeah,
super
the one
chat.
time Ray
What's
gets
up, Big
real
Mouth? You
technical
still
on our ass.
talking,
We don't
huh, Pastor
understand shit
Blast
you
you?
talking about.
Okay,
Ain't
and
that a
what,
bitch?
I see that you know me, but I didn't
He
know
been
who
talking
you
this
are.
crazy
Therefore,
shit
I'm
all
rolling
day.
up mine.
I forgot that phrase he used. Cost benefit analysis?
I think it was cost benefit analysis, and basically saying,
I think so.
is the benefit, worth, more
Yeah.
than the cost, and so that's just kind of how I've been looking. It's like, I feel like whatever the cost is, let's go knock that out, and I think the benefit in the long run is going to be worth way more because, like I say, it's like shit, unlimited potential. You know what I'm saying? So. And that's how I feel. Like again, part of that, had to be me. We like to say developing some growth. And that's why I say I give a lot of shout out, a lot of credit to all y'all Den folk because when y'all call in and share certain stories, like I say, I like to take from time to time. How do I apply myself to this? A lot of the men in the Den have called, and especially talking about the marriage thing and stuff. And trust me, marriage was something I was just like, And then like I say, as I was growing in my situation and just what was going on there, and then just like I say, you know what? It's a different feeling when you find that somebody and you kind of try to take that role to protect it. But I knew that I couldn't maximize what I'm supposed to be doing as a man, as a male role model, as a father figure, as a significant other, whatever. And it's just like I say, without this, because then you always got this shit in the back of the mind. I know how that impacted things, and so if I move forward or go back to
dollar bills, y'all.
I know that I have to clear these things up to be everything that I'm supposed to be, and so it's a no-brainer to me. Appreciate the love. 335 Lady Listens and Just Sarah. God damn it, yeah.
What did 335 say?
With the fucking the mask with the guns, the little gunslinger.
Oh God. Oh, and Shannon, don't think we're gonna let that shit slide. I see what you're doing in the chat.
No, I time to
You're
ass
trying to egg us on about that old bullshit. Look here. First of all, we knew we was supposed to take an L. It was just a couple of us. You know what I'm saying? Just didn't want to see it our way, division thing again. But what happened. Congratulations to them. They did what the fuck they were supposed to do. And we did what we normally do. So, it is what it is. But your ass wasn't talking that shit none this year until tonight. So, no, you don't get no credit for that. Sorry.
John Fromney donated $2.
Sorry.
No more ho-ass
now,
niggas
Angela,
in 2020. Professor
on the
Pro.
other hand, she talks her shit constantly.
Mm-hmm. Came in and jinxed
even though shit. she came in to fuck the whole thing up. Mm-hmm. She know what she did too, and she dipped right after that. Mm-hmm. Cold blooded.
Yes, appreciate the John from New York. And I'm telling y'all, that's the one thing that I will miss out of Alone Heights is just sometimes the glancing into. I try my best not to look at it on the phone, but just you glance in there and then you get hooked because you start reading some shit and John gonna be saying some off the wall shit. We already know Heidi gonna say some off the wall shit. Culture gonna say some shit. Culture has a very slick way of operation, and that's what I say. Like some people may not get it, but y'all gotta watch how culture operates. Shit is funny as shit. Shannon gonna say something off the wall that makes no sense. She's gonna be on a completely different topic from everybody. If it's 40 people in the den, 39 people gonna be talking about something else. They may not be even talking about what I'm talking about. They may be talking about something else. Shannon gonna be the one talking to herself about some shit that nobody fucking knows. What is Shannon talking about? And she'll figure out to justify it some way, So. It's fucking crazy stuff, man. But I appreciate
that's because she's got those brain worms from that undercooked Kansas City barbecue she be eating. Fucked up brain cells up.
That's tough.
She don't know what to do with herself.
Hate to see it. Bad
Shannon. Might need to get her email so we can help her out.
Yeah. We gonna figure it out. Yeah, that's just say once everything get cleared, we're gonna pull up to Kansas City, see you talking all that shit now. I don't know which one. KC Mo. What is it? KC Mo and KC what? K? That goofy ass shit. That shit is terrible. That's the worst fucking hood shit I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, Heidi's definitely.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out and let somebody else go.
All right, Professor Philman, I appreciate the call, man.
All right, Honcho.
All right, have a good evening. Yeah, Heidi definitely takes all the credit for everything 335 says. So y'all got to watch Heidi. She comes up with stuff kind of. What she does is she'll take like 335 will say something and then she'll add something onto it and then try to take credit for what 335 says. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
This is D. How you doing, Honcho?
I'm doing terrible, D. I'm doing awful because your raggedy ass Titans went to the goddamn AFC Championship and the fucking Texans. I didn't want to answer. I knew who was calling. I almost was saying in my head, I was like, I'm not going to answer this call. I ain't going to give no Titan love. But it's Miss D the Gamma, so I have to overlook all of that. I cannot be that way. So
yes, don't hate. We did our thing,
yes,
and we actually played like a team wanting to go to the Super Bowl. So
yes,
I'm proud.
I can't hate that. It is what it is.
But first thing, you got to do what you got to do on your hiatus. Of course, I'm gonna miss the show. Just let us know when you're coming back, and you know I'm down like 4 flat tires.
Already.
Say it like that. And as far as my confession, I did mention this before. I don't know if you saw it. It's been a while back. But your girl spent 10 days in jail. It was in 2011. And I did not know that my license was suspended. And so I had to go to court. And, of course, the judge was like, you know, you have to go get your license and I'll let this go. So I go and take my test. I failed the written part of the test. Now, mind you, I'm in my 40s, so I didn't remember all that stuff. Didn't have time to study. So I failed the written part of the test. Went back to court. He gave me automatic 10 days in jail.
Wow.
And that just really threw me because, like, I had a job. I was working at Kroger at the time as a manager. And I'm like, okay, I got to do 10 days in jail, and I got to go to work. So I end up doing the weekends because I did not want my job to know that I was incarcerated. Yeah. So needless to say, I did my little time, my little 5 weekends. Yeah.
That to me, that's the. I mean, I don't want to say it's the worst. Like, I mean, it just has to be awkward because you know I've been in there sometimes seeing when people have had to do the weekend thing, and to me it just seems like it would fuck you up knowing okay I done worked all week, and now I can spend my weekend locked up. They let your ass out, you know, or whatever, and then go back to doing what you do. I'd be like, man, let me just knock all this shit out at one time and get this shit over with. Like that coming back, knowing I got to come back and go through the whole process and all. Like, man, fuck that.
I probably should have done laid down the flat 10, but I had a trip coming up, and I'm like, I had to go on my trip, so I'm like, I wasn't gonna miss my trip for no jail. So yeah. But that was like my first night locked up in there. Like I lost some shit. Like I wasn't used to it, and the first night I was in there with 2 other females, and I had to go to the bathroom like real bad, and I'm like, I am not going in this here. We ain't got no door, and you know, it just wasn't something I was used to, and that was rough. Like I lost my shit.
Some people be way too comfortable in that shit. That's the one thing for me. That shit is I don't see how people get comfortable. I cannot.
Me neither.
Man, but cannot, will not with a fox, not in a box. These motherfuckers just be. I don't know, man. I never understand. My stomach don't work. Good, I get that, but it's not gonna operate. I can't do it. So it's just it's definitely wild. But you always get some very interesting stories when you're in that motherfucker. It's always some crazy shit that happens.
Yeah, but about the 3rd week though, everybody was like coming to me like a mother figure or something. Like I didn't even have to go and get my tray. The girls go get my tray, bring my food to me, and like they were waiting on me hand and foot and stuff. And I was just like, really? Like, it was kind of weird, but like they called me Miss D. Miss D, I get your breakfast for you, and they'll bring it to me, and it was really crazy, but I did it. I did like a trooper.
Okay. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Uh, okay. Like I say, everybody got a little something. I don't know if everybody do, but I think most people have had a little experience, that's uncomfortable. But like you say, you did it. You got over with, and I know you're not looking forward to doing anything like that again.
Knock on wood, never again if I can help from it. Yeah, but that's all I got, Honcho, and I appreciate you. And like I said, take all the time that you need to do what you gotta do. I'm gonna send you my email as well, and you have my number. So, like I said, I'm down like 4 flat tires.
All right. Well, Miss Dita Gamma, I sincerely appreciate that, and thank you for calling in tonight. And it's still fuck the Titans,
All right.
but y'all do what y'all got to do.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. You have a good evening. What is going on here? Don't be using cameras and stuff. What's happening? Okay. Manny Fresh got you. What? Lady, this is terrible. I think you wanted her to get you. Manny Fresh. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hello, Honcho. How are you?
I'm doing excellent, Miss Rashida. Now that you have called, what is on your mind this evening?
Oh, nothing. I'm just sending prayers your way. I don't know your exact situation, but I would definitely be one of those people that contact you to find out what's going on.
Okay, well, I sincerely appreciate that, and I thank you, for the prayers too. Like I said, man, it's.
It kind of sounds like you might have to serve some time or something for something. Or
it's a possibility. Like I said, there's multiple possible outcomes, and it just, like I say, honestly, it's going to come down to whatever mood whoever's in charge is in, and and so ultimately, like I said,
me and my family, we just went through a situation like that with my brother, and I really don't like to share my personal business, because it's a lot of trolls in there, But yeah, he ended up getting about like 9 years or so, and it's difficult because he didn't be about a year now, and like when he went in, at first we didn't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? Because you hear all these stories and everything, and we was just distraught because we ain't never, even though I grew up in the hood or whatever, we moved out of there, and we never experienced nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Never had one of my brothers have to, go away for no amount of time. I know people started wondering what the crime was. It was assault with a deadly weapon. He was at work, and ended up one of the guys, gang leader or something, came up in the store acting crazy, and telling him he was going to kill him and all. It was just a lot of shit. And he was trying to get my brother guns. My brother was armed security. He was reaching for the gun, and they was, struggling over the gun. That gun went off. And, by the gun discharging, they charged my brother with the crime or whatever. And the guy, did nothing happen to him, actually. And then, my brother, he went, he did hire a lawyer. He had a lawyer. And the state offered him 6 years. But he didn't take that, and the judge ended up sentencing him to 9 years. And he got to do like 7 years, something like that. And I'm sorry, this is a little difficult to talk about.
I understand.
And, I don't even know if I want to share the rest of it. 'Cause I don't like being in the den, being, you know. But so yeah, and what was I saying? Yeah, he called us like once a week. We send him money, got put money on his books and everything, and he said it's not as bad as we thought. You know what I'm saying? Because me and my mama, we just like he and that with all the criminals. He not that type of. He was raised in the hood. He was never that like that tough, gang banger type. He always worked, always had a job.
Yeah. And sometimes I think, but we see a lot of stuff on television, and it gets exaggerated. But at the same time, like I think there are things that happen, but it's all about how you carry yourself. And if you're trying to be something that you're trying to be something you're not.
It's been like a financial stress too because he was helping my mama a lot. She she disabled and she had Social Security, so the rest of us we have to step up, help out and and then I had my nephews, my older nephew. His father already deceased and that was his uncle, his favorite uncle, and it's like I feel like he acting out a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like he trying to and me, Honcho, I'll be ready right to karate chop to his throat. But I'm like, oh, excuse me, I'm like, I don't know. It's just rough. It's rough, but at the same time, it's okay.
Grace donated $50. We got a bunch of jailbirds in the den. We're
And
all
then,
thugged out.
The most recent thing that happened was like 2 weeks ago. He ended up having a heart attack in there.
Oh shit!
Right, and his heart stopped, and I was okay. It was like Christmas time, and we hadn't heard from him because he always called us like once or twice a week, and we hadn't heard from him, and so I was looking him up, and it said he was in the medical furlough, and I'm looking at it, what that means. That's like they talking about like a person being released or they close to death or something. I'm telling you something. These people in the prisons do not give a shit about them.
Not a shit.
I mean, if you got family in prison, please reach out to them. Call them, or not you can't call them, but write them or take their call. You know what I'm saying? I know it's expensive, but the only thing you can do in there is just try to make them as comfortable as possible. You see him enough to, get him a TV and, that's all you can pretty much do. You know what I'm saying? When you really care about your family members. And so, yeah, and end up, he had they found out he had an illness that made him have an extra pathway to the heart. And they took care of that, so they say. But, like, he ended up calling us about 5 days ago, and his blood pressure's still acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't have none of that before he went in. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess he did have a condition, but it didn't never, like, manifest itself. Oh, yeah, I just be praying for him. 'Cause they don't care nothing about you.
No.
And this old piece of shit ass lawyer, like, my brother spent about 10 racks.
Mm.
No lie, no cap. 10 racks on a lawyer. And the lawyer didn't do shit really.
Mm.
And we still need him to send a petition to the judge, you know, 'cause my brother need like special foods, man, stuff like that. Do you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you loud. I'm listening.
Well, I done made this shit about me. This about you.
Man, hey, look, if you gotta get something off your chest, you know this is where the den is the place to do it. So if it's something that you've been holding on to, and you feel like you need to let it out and you need to talk, Miss Rashida, go ahead and talk. Speak your mind. Speak what you got going on.
Well, you inspired me to talk, 'cause you know I don't never. All this, you know what I'm saying? I say, damn, if Honcho can man up and say what's going on with him, I can release what I've been holding on to.
But I agree with you though, as far as those things you said. If you got people in there and you truly care about them, check on them,
Yeah.
follow up. Even if it's
Check on your people. If you really call them your people, check on the best way you can. They call you. Don't be saying the call too expensive. Who is that? Matter of fact, I gotta put some more little money on his phone anyway, so he can you call him. But he have to go back to the hospital right now because they can't like really stabilize his blood pressure too good.
And that's the thing, man.
They're able to call it too much, you know.
Yeah, that whole situation, that's a money making thing.
Exactly, that's all it is. And I believe they be giving black people extra time because it's about the money, making money. Because they get a lot of money for them prisons.
They definitely make a whole lot of money.
They gave my brother 9 years and nobody even died.
That's crazy.
The guy was schizophrenic.
That's crazy.
And he walking around. I said, I hope he go back upset to that damn stuff. Because you know what? The damn bitch, one of the workers, I called her a bitch. She was gonna testify to my brother at first, and then she gonna her state's evidence about she didn't really see nothing.
Wow.
After she had already said what she saw.
Yeah.
Because for some reason the store told her not to get involved because she could lose her job.
Yeah, fuck that job. You're talking about somebody's life, and
exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. That stuff is that's crazy.
And they treated my brother like a criminal from the time they arrested him.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because he was at work. He do security. He was at work trying to do what he do, protect the people at the store. Because when you be working with people all the time, you gain like a personal relationship, with them. And he in there harassing the women and all that kind of stuff.
It was that store owner was harassing women?
Huh?
You said the store owner was harassing women?
No, the guy that he got in a scuffle with.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's I mean, some things just happen.
And it wasn't the first time the guy been up there, harassing people and stuff. But did nobody want to get involved?
That sounds something I said.
One lady that did say something, she changed her story.
I'm saying, that's why people nowadays, I don't blame some people who be like, you know what, I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to, because it's almost like when you try to do the right thing, you end up getting in, more trouble trying to help out or do the right thing than, the person who's doing the shenanigans, who's doing the wild shit. And so, that's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think that the thing that's going to help, and like I said, I've heard this from people before who've had to do, some stretches, is that having that support system, that family system is very important. That's,
exactly.
It's just,
But I know my brother, he got up 100%. It's only been, like I say, it'll be a year soon. And he got up, And you know the sad thing is, he be in there with other people. They don't have nobody.
No, but man, I'm telling you.
Like the person that's in the cell with him. Um, he had wanted me to contact his girlfriend or whatever. And this young lady told me, do not contact her no more. He get right in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's, and again, you don't ever know the backstory because you know when you locked up, everybody's innocent.
I don't know exactly what happened.
But there's some people, man, I'm telling y'all, like some people when they think you finna get disposed of with it, man, people who you might have done all the good in the world for, they'll jump ship on you, turn their back on you. You'll be surprised. Like I said, I don't know this individual story, but yeah, I mean having good people, having a support system is key. You know, to keep you just kind of informed, up to date, just to know you're in there. I mean, it's what helps people maintain. Oh, my fucking hand keep cramping up. But
yeah, it's a lot modern too. Like you can get a tablet in there. Excuse me. You can get a TV, cable. Because you know we seen him enough so he can be comfortable. You know, he got his little TV and fan, and you know he can pretty much get the things that he needs, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I try to tell him don't be doing too much in there because you don't want people trying to, you know, think you big money or whatever, you know. And you got to worry about your safety, and, you know.
Man,
because people get jealous.
Man, look, yeah, it's what's the saying? I want to say it was 3 F's. It sounds terrible too. What did they say? It's either
you right about that. You will learn who got your back when you go to jail and when you go to the hospital.
It's either you if they think you got something going for yourself, you either fucking fighting or paying a fee. That's not the exact term they use, and that's a terrible way to put it. But yeah, you don't let people think you got too much going on. I'm telling you.
My brother is 6 feet tall. He owes 300 pounds. Ain't nobody trying to bend him over nothing.
Man, look, I'm not saying your brother's going through that situation. I'm just I'm just telling y'all some things.
Ain't nobody trying to steal his cornbread.
Yeah, so it's either they try to extort you for something, or you know, it's you know, and so look, that's what I'm telling y'all. Look, like I said, I've been low key and keeping it quiet. That's what I've been on my running kick, gotta get my endurance up. No telling what can happen. You know, you gotta. Here's my thing. I say I hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. And so you know, like if it, you know, I'm not worried about anything. I never have had any issues, you know, as far as with anything. But like I say, you just never know what the circumstances can be. You always got to be cool and fucking hate Heidi. You know, so you just gotta be ready for whatever. But usually, like I said, I'll never have no issues. Everybody be cool, and I say to myself, I don't really fuck with nobody. Don't nobody really fuck with me, and that's just what it is. And I think when you keep that kind of mentality, people respect that.
I assume that's what you got to do, but the best thing for you to do is get in there, make sure you got your people on the outside to send you this or that, you know, come through for you. You know, you got people you can call sometimes. And what else I was gonna say? Just pretty much man your business. Get you a TV if you can get enough money. Get you some books. You know, go to the library. Get you some books.
But like I said, now look, hold on. Look, I ain't trying to. Hopefully, it ain't prison time. Like I said, I may have to do a little jail time. You know, because jail and prison two different things. Now you don't get. I ain't gonna say luxuries that's in prison, but you know, like I say, but I think even in whatchamacallit, you can still get some books. That's my thing. You can send me some books. I want some books so I can just read, study. Don't bother me. That's generally what I do. If I get my hands on any kind of book, even some shit I don't even want to read, I'm reading a book, man. Don't bother me. Leave me be. And like I said, I just kind of mind myself and maybe do a little whole ass exercise.
I heard tell them that you're Muslim too kind of helps, so you can get special food and stuff like that. Because depending on your diet, so they feed you horribly in there. Because right now at this point we gotta talk to the lawyer this week anyway, because he needs to file a petition so my brother can get special food that he needs.
I agree. you got to make sure. I mean, anything that you can do to alleviate the stress, like I say, and help improve that state, man. Increase. I suggest you do. Now, here's the thing, because I want to let me clarify some stuff here. All right. Now, in my particular situation, like I said, it could be multiple outcomes. This is just getting the ball rolling as to figuring out what those outcomes can be. Now,
Right, worst case scenario.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So I don't want people think, like I say now.
And I'd have brought the business all the way to
Now look, it's a possibility. Like I say there, I mean, I'm not gonna bullshit.
Right.
It's a possibility where it could be a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months. It could possibly be a few years, and it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I personally, like I say, feel, and again, it could just be me feeling. It could just be whatever, being ready for whatever. I feel like it may be a week or two. Like I say, get some things kind of recalibrated once that's done with, and then just like I said, hit the ground running. And I'm telling you, be better than ever. If it's something longer than we handle that. Whatever goes down, just like I said, I'm meant to prepare for whatever.
Whatever goes down.
Yeah.
Whatever goes down, you can do it.
So like I said, I am upbeat. Like I said, I'm just ready to, more than anything, ready to get this hurdle cleared. And like I said, I think it'll be a smooth transition.
But you ain't gonna be able to do it alone. Whatever, even if it's 2 weeks, you ain't gonna be able to do it alone. So you definitely need to let somebody know something.
Yeah. Like I said,
I'm not sure how you gonna be able to. You probably won't be able to contact nobody, because he couldn't contact nobody for 3 weeks when he first went. So I'm not sure exactly how that goes for you, but at least take some numbers and then with you or something.
Yeah, definitely. I gotta write them hoes down. Because I gotta memorize some things.
Memorize something. And whoever, they can probably reach out to other people, let us know, or look you up, or find out how to.
Yeah, that's like I said.
You'll be able to let us know more.
Yeah, like I said, once I find some things, like I said, I'm fucking hate that. But like I said, I figure some more things out. Like I said, my deal is, like I said, that's why I wanted to kind of say it now, and then as time gets closer to whatever, definitely keep y'all updated as to if any new information or anything comes out. And just like I said, we just gotta rock with it. I mean, I gotta handle it. I mean, point blank period. I mean, whether y'all with it or not, I still have to handle my business. You know what I'm saying? And then
this is serious. This not no joke.
Yeah.
If you ain't never had nobody that's been in the system, that ain't something you want to go through.
Yeah.
Especially when you had a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? It's stressful on the family and everything. So.
Yeah, like I say, this is an old issue that I've been dealing with for some time. So it ain't nothing. This shit is been a significant amount of time. Again, it's on me for not handling it, and I don't want to go all the way into too many details as to how the situation played out and the things that occurred, how they got there. But I thought I was doing
that's
something.
not everybody business either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So some things you do want to keep private.
Correct. But like I say,
being in there, that's something we need to know so we can help. But we can't help if we don't know.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm definitely not the gentleman who, initiated this situation, but I am who I am now. Like I said, I'm gonna be the one that has to deal with it. So, like I say, it is what it is, man. But as far as no, it's not taxes. It ain't got nothing to do with
John
taxes.
Fromney donated $2, dedicated to all the DN folks. Keep your head up. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier, keep your head up. Ooh, child, things'll get brighter, keep your head up. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier, keep your head up. Ooh, child, things'll get brighter.
Man, I love you. That's what I'm saying, man. Anything can become a humorous situation fucking with the den.
But they got cell phones in there, so you might be able to.
Yeah, look, man, I'm gonna be over there. Look, I'm gonna be sending flicks from a cell phone. Look, I'm trying to score a date or something. Be like, what's good? I'm temporarily limited, but find me a. What's that shit? What's it? Love after prison or love? I saw some show the other day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on that bitch.
They be in there on Facebook. They be in there on Facebook live when they see.
Niggas be in there having whole whole shit, like, because you saw the shit. I don't know if y'all saw the shit that happened in Mississippi. There's like been a bunch of riots, a bunch of gang riots. Like 5 prisoners that died, and then they had moved some prisoners to like this other part. And they were talking about they ain't had no running water, they ain't had no hygiene. You know, it was like mildew on all the cells. Like it was crazy. They was walking around on their cell phone, you know, recording shit. And so yeah, look, that'll be the livest den ever. Yeah, y'all, let's see it. It'll go down.
That's awesome.
The den from the pen.
I mean, they treat some people. I mean, I understand they in there, but you don't have to treat some people like that. That's terrible.
Yeah, and it really is fucked up, man. You know, it really is fucked up because. I mean, that's why I say, you know.
They can file lawsuits about that because you have to provide them with habitable place.
Yeah. Tell y'all, the den from the pen, guys, it'll be going down. I don't know. Some of y'all ladies in the den probably be trying to have show me some of them other prisoners. Where's Shelley Long at? You know, she be on some other shit. She be trying to have niggas putting other motherfuckers on camera and shit. Nah, but and you know, like I say, man, I honestly, truly, genuinely feel like in my heart, and the faith that I have in everything that's been going on, like I said, I feel like it's gonna be a small road bump. And we're going to be back at it like I never left. And again, like I say, it's going to get greater because my goal, I'm telling you, I want to do some den man on the street stuff so bad. And so, like I say, you know, plan to get a camera, get mobile, and just do something and I think it would be just excellent. So, it would definitely, it's definitely gonna go down. Like I said, I just got a lot of plans, a lot of things. I tell you, y'all know I used to write in the notebooks all day, every day, and I still jot down notes and stuff. I still got notebooks full of ideas. And like I say, for me to start executing some of these ideas, I just gotta move forward. You know, that's just what it is.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let somebody else get on the line. I think I'm gonna put that over my 10 minutes. So.
Just a little bit. It's all good. It's all good. We can do a little extended then. We'll go a little over tonight. You know, I ain't got too much going on, so we'll figure out texting the loss to fuck them. And I like rocking with the den folks, so we'll make it. Don't put young Poppy on the visit list. But that's a bit, Miss Rashida. I appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts this evening.
Okay, no problem. And I will be praying for you, and I will probably hit you on Facebook or whatever to find out more info.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, ma'am. And like I say, I'll definitely drop you whatever information. Well, I'll let you know what's going on. Like I say, it's not
just Sarah donated $2 through Super Chat.
Okay, well,
Honcho, don't put young Poppy on the visiting list.
Okay. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
No, young Poppy ain't on the visited list. So, but definitely, like, you know, and like I say, my thoughts go out to Miss Rashida because I know it's tough to deal with it when you have someone, in. I'm not sure when you have someone in jail, locked up, or in prison, and you don't have to deal with those things, man. Because it's being isolated from your family and your loved ones. It's a tough deal. You know, it's a very tough deal. So, like I said, hopefully it doesn't get to that extent. You know, I think maybe a little jail time. It is what it is. If I got to do that, that's nothing. I don't want to go to prison. I think they make you cut you. You got to cut all your shit off. I ain't trying to shave my shit off, and then look, I'll be really out of there. Now, see, I take my choke a nigga out with the dread. Just look, I got enough. Just fuck a nigga up. Being isolated is a tough deal. Message. Interesting. But Star Pfizer, you're putting on the set of avoid being right. How many times have you been in prison, Shannon? Like I say, man, to me, it's all about how you carry yourself, man. If you go in there trying to be something you're not, motherfuckers gonna test you. Take calls. I got the line should be open. If you're on hold, you might have to hang up and call back. Yeah, Don't Be a Menace was the greatest. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Ashley.
Hello, Ashley. How are you this evening? What's on your mind?
I'm good. How are you?
I am excellent. No complaints. What would you like to discuss this evening?
I don't know. So what's going on?
What the hell, Ashley? We talked about this shit the whole fucking stream. You talking about some what's going on. Like I said, I have a legal situation that I have to tend to, and I went into my whole I guess rant, diatribe, whatever you want to call it, earlier to explain, kind of the most part of, like I say, so probably in about a week or so, the deal will probably go on hiatus for a little bit until some of these matters get resolved. And, they all gave me cancer, Ebola, AIDS. I think I got some meningitis and shit, and I'm having a kid, and I'm going to jail, and I'm running for president. So, but my thing is, like I said, so just I wanted to give the Den folk a heads up, and like I say, at least a week before, and just so we can have a good old week. We're definitely gonna have still some of the same lovely live Den topics, but just so everybody could be aware, if I just not around for a little bit, nobody has to question what happened. Everybody knows that everything's on the up and up. I just had to take care of some business.
So what do you have to do, like community service or something?
Well, if it was community service, it wouldn't even be a thing. I wouldn't even talk about it.
No.
So, like I said, it's some possible. Like I said, there's multiple possible outcomes. One outcome could be significant time. One outcome could be a little bit to no time. One outcome could be just hey, we don't want to fool with this thing. So, like I say, it just depends on what happens. Like I said, I have to handle my business either way. So whatever happens is what it is. But I think it's going to be good. I personally think it's going to be good.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, well, that's...
No, I'm not lying. Miss Thing, I'm never get sick, y'all. Y'all make my day. I'm telling y'all, the Den folk make my day. Especially after dealing with the Texans. And like I said, the sauce is cool. I feel the same frustration everybody, but the Den folk, y'all make my day. It's all good.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoy the Den, too. It's nice. Huh.
Is the Den really nice? Is that the best way to describe it? I think the Den folk are nice, but I think we all have a little bit of toxicity within us. But I love it. I think it's good.
We can out here. We can let it out here, so it's nice.
Yeah, if it was house arrest, I'd definitely have to. It would definitely be just Den shows all day. I wouldn't have nothing else to do. I'd be like, fuck it. I got to be in by a certain time, depending on how that works. Okay. So, I mean, what is on your mind today? What is on your mind this evening? How's life treating you, Miss Ashley?
Oh, pretty good. I just smoked a bowl and I ate. I don't know.
What'd you eat?
Listening to the... What?
So what'd you eat?
Oh, a burger and fries.
A burger and fries from where?
I made them.
Oh, you made them. Okay. What type of burger? Is it regular beef or is it chicken?
It's regular. Well, it was beef, and then I put like cheese and onions in it.
Okay. Are you a wing person?
Wings?
Yes.
Yes, I love wings.
What is your favorite place to get wings from?
I like cook my own, but I like Buffalo Wild Wings or like any place. It's a good place to get wings. Like I've never had bad wings.
Okay. Is there a Wingstop in your area?
I've never been, but I mean I guess so. I've been to a Buffalo Wild Wings, but not a Wingstop.
Okay. If you ever have a chance, go to Wingstop. It's the
Is
best.
it better?
It's the best. It's
Really?
Yeah, the best.
Huh.
Like I say, Buffalo Wild Wings, they're cool, but Wingstop is the best. We were debating that in Discord the other day. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking. That's why I fucks with Eastside Harold. But lemon pepper, it's the go. Now I fuck with that Louisiana rub too, but that lemon pepper is the most legit.
I've never. Oh, that's what Rick Ross owns, right?
Yeah, Rick Ross has a Wingstop. Oh man. Yeah. Oh, okay. See, Miss Kate Price knows about Wingstop. That's what I'm telling you. It's the lives. It's something about them. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely the shit. So if you're a wing person, I suggest you check them out.
I love wings. Yeah, I'll check it out.
So do you do most of your own food preparation?
Yeah.
Or is it just is it because you prefer the way you cook better? Is it cost efficient, or you just like to do it?
A little bit of both. It is more cost efficient. Like, yeah, I guess it is. But like you never know what people are doing.
I agree.
Like one time, okay, so I did go and check out that Popeye's chicken sandwich, like during the craze, and so when I went to go get it, this bitch had the nastiest fingernails. Like you could just see the dirt like caked into her nails, and I'm like, oh my god, I hope she's not handling food, but I don't know. Like, just you never know.
Yeah. That's tough.
It was like she was scratching her body like all day. Yuck.
I remember when I was young, this is something I'll never forget. I remember fucking going to Dairy Queen, and this fucking bitch had long nails, and I don't know what happened. Like, so I guess some of the blizzard or something got on her nail, and she like wiped it on the cup, and then like tried to hand it. Like, and my mom's like, fuck no, I don't want that fucking shit. I'm not gonna take that cup with your fucking dirty blizzard nails on it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And that shit was
That's a thing too.
Yeah, so there are people who are very disgusting, and you just kind of have to, it can be very hit or miss when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how long have you been cooking? Have you been cooking all your life? Or did you just kind of start, or how do you,
No, like all my life. Okay. I mean, not all my life, obviously, but since I was a young kid, yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite thing to cook?
I really like fried chicken. Like, I hate to say it, but that is my shit. I love fried chicken.
Fried chicken, you say?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody loves fried chicken, so
I know. It's so good, though.
Yeah, I mean, fried chicken is excellent. So I mean, it is what it is.
Everyone loves it.
Okay. So, do you have any confessions or anything that you would like to share with us this evening?
Confessions. I guess.
Hey, what you know. Well, what you got?
I actually don't have one. I just called to be nosy.
Oh my!
I was confused.
Mm-hmm. I guess that's kind of a confession.
Okay, wait. Okay, so I was confused. So I called up to be nosy. Confession? I don't know. Jeez. I did almost rob a cab one time.
What? Why did you almost rob the cab?
Huh?
I said, why did you almost rob the cab?
Just because, like, when I was young, we were really ratchet. Like, whatever. So anyways, like one time, like, obviously, like, we were, like, really young. I don't even know why this cab driver even picked us up. Like, we were probably, like, 13 or whatever, me and my friend. And so, we had caught a cab from, like, this place to wherever, just, like, another town. And it was probably, like, something cheap, like $20. But we were like, fuck this, we're not paying. So, anyways, we planned to do a rent out. So when the guy, like, when he came after, or, like, when we planned to do it, like, whatever. So we were like, okay, we're just going to go up here. So then he, like, followed us up there, and we were like, holy shit, what the fuck? So then my friend got in the front seat and started driving a little bit. and then he like started running after that, and then we all just ran.
Y'all are terrible people. Terrible people, the worst kinds of people.
We were young, but that's what people do when you're young.
No, I would never do such a
You
thing.
did not feel it. It was,
I would never do
you
such a
didn't
thing.
feel it.
Terrible. Terrible, terrible.
Yeah. It was actually a really crazy day. Much more happened, but
Yeah, y'all were on rampage. Y'all probably fucking tearing up the city and shit. Y'all were up to some shenanigans. That's what that
pretty
is.
much. But that was a head rat day for me.
Mm. Okay. Well, Ashley is a cab jacker. All right, nothing wrong with that. I guess if you didn't have to do, get in any trouble for it, then there's nothing wrong with that. All right. Anything else that's on your mind?
We didn't have the car.
Hmm?
If he would have stayed his ass in the car,
So
that wouldn't have been a possibility.
So it was his fault?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his fault for picking y'all badasses up. That's what it is. I'll let y'all little ratchets walk. Y'all have been hitting the strip. Damn
oh my
that.
God. No. Thank God we didn't get killed.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta look back on that, fortunately. Okay.
Yep. So that's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, that's a bet, Miss Ashley. Well, I appreciate you calling in and sharing that with us.
All right. Thanks for giving me clarification.
Yeah, a little clarification. Like I said, everything's gonna be all good.
Just better than we over no fucking parking ticket.
No, fuck
You're all
no.
stressing.
No. If it was a parking ticket, we resolved that issue the proper way. So, but like I said, I think everything will be all right. Everything will be fine, and we'll be back in action before you know it.
Right.
Fucking east side. All right, well, that's a bet, Miss Ashley. Like I said, I appreciate your call, and thank you for calling in this evening.
All right. Thanks for taking my calls.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
You too. Thanks.
Oh man, yeah, look. I don't feel so bad now. We all bad in the den, damn it. So I'm okay with that. That's funny stuff. Oh man, terrible. So, all right, if you're on hold, you may have to hang up and call back, because for some reason I was doing that in the sauce earlier too. That it wouldn't go all the way through. So like I say, sometimes you may be on hold for a minute, and then have to to hang it up and then call back in if you have something you would like to call in and share. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
It's Lady. What's up?
Lady Delicious, how are you this evening, ma'am?
I'm sad.
Sad for what?
Oh my God, not my Honcho.
No, trust me, everything will be fine. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure y'all had clarification and understanding of what's going on.
No, but it's still gonna be gold, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
It'll be all good. It'll be all good. I'm telling you, like y'all, I just want y'all to understand, like, this is something I'm actually looking forward to. It sounds crazy. It does sound crazy, but I'm looking forward to it to the point because, like I say, it's about, I got to get some things cleaned up in my life to be the person that I have to be. Because, like I said, letting stupid little things hold me back from making significant progress, it's foolish. It really is. So I got to do it.
I understand. You ain't gotta explain nothing. It's still gonna suck because now I ain't gonna have nobody listen to. I ain't gonna be able to watch you almost flip your dreads. Almost got your ass that one day. Almost.
Almost. Close, but not quite.
I know, man. I was like, really? I was like, oh, what's your shirt say? You talking about psych? I was like, oh, you motherfucker, you.
Oh man. you're trying to get me with the okie doke. And I saw somebody ask about the. I'll figure out the shirt thing because like the platform I was trying to use, there's been some issues with it. But, excuse me, we'll figure it all out. Like I said, I'll definitely do something for the ladies before I have to take a little break. And
yeah, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is just stand up one time, flip the dress. You ain't even gotta be in camera when you flip it. Just let that shit hang down your back. I was gonna say ass, but your back. Okay, but anyway. Okay, so I just wanted to say, Miss Rashida, I love you. My prayers and hugs go out to you and yours. You know what? I was listening to one of the old Den shows, right? From like Justice Smollett. And you know whose voice I heard?
Who was that?
Sarah. With her little Hispanic sounding voice. I was like, oh, Sarah used to call in. What the fuck happened?
Yeah.
She don't even call in no more.
But here's the thing y'all gotta understand about Miss Sarah. Miss Sarah had a call that I think changed the Den in a significant way, and that's like one of the calls that made me start looking at the Den differently and as to what it could be, and eventually, like I don't think it has become, but definitely can be. And I still think about that call from time to time, and I think it was a very powerful call in the Den. And so, yeah, Miss Sarah definitely has had a significant impact on the Den.
Yeah. Well, the one that I heard, she was talking about her dogs and how she was trying to get rid of the motherfucker.
Okay.
It was funny to me. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. There was something else that I wanted to say, too. Damn. I forgot. It's all right, though. Damn it, Honcho. 2 weeks. 3 weeks. 2 weeks. Maybe.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping. If I'm fortunate, if I'm most fortunate, maybe a week. If not, I mean, it's certain things that are unknown factors right now. Like I say, we just have to get some things resolved, and then we go from there. And so, again, all I can do is do my part.
Go by fast.
Yeah, I'm not.
Shit, I was in there for a whole month. I ain't nothing but play, stay, and fucking chill the whole time.
I'm telling you, that's the thing about it. Like, it sounds crazy, but the couple of times I've had to take a small vacation, it's probably the most relaxing time of my life, because it's like I can't worry about anything on the outside because I can't do anything about it. All I can do is just relax, get some sleep, eat that fucking whatever they call food, but I'll probably not do too much of that. But and just chill. Like, you can't worry about it. I mean, it's like maybe I got it all backwards, but I just look at it as being stress free. Like, whatever I have to deal with, I have to deal with. I can't worry about none of the day-to-day things that most people have to deal with. It just, it is what it is. So.
Yeah. Shit, I have to say the same about my visit. For a month. It damn sure was a blessing. Shit. I think if I wouldn't have got locked up, I might have died that night. I was trying to get away from a certain situation and stuff like that, and the car that I had wasn't registered. The brakes didn't work worth a damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, the brakes, you had to pump like 10 million times for that motherfucker to stop, you know what I'm talking about? And, yeah, like, it was bad. So I was trying to make a trip, hitting 95, and but something just told me to pull over, so I pulled over. When I did finally stop, the motherfucking police came up behind my ass. It was like, what's the problem? And I was like, my car ain't working. While one of them talking to me, the other one running my damn tags. That motherfucker was like, what kind of car you got? I was like, it's like an old time Chevrolet something. He was like, well, the tags say Honda such and such, so I was like,
Word?
Yeah, because I stole somebody's tags.
Oh.
Right.
Okay, I see.
But like I said, the car wasn't registered and shit like that. I was trying to get away. That's around the time when I was homeless and shit like that, and I was trying to get to one of my best friends, somebody I grew up with, trying to get to her, you know, in the best way that I could. So yeah, I tried it, but like I said, I feel like if I would have been on that road, you know what I'm saying, especially in 95, hitting high speeds, you know what I'm saying, and then not being able to stop, yeah, I could have really done some real damage, not even just to myself, but to somebody else as well, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely see it as a blessing. And then shit, I mean, hell, I had a fucking place to sleep and fucking food in my stomach, so a bitch really couldn't fucking complain. The only thing I had to complain about is that this damn dyke bitch, Manny Fresh looking motherfucker, was after my goodies.
Manny Eric Fresh, look, hey, you know, they say the women's situation be tougher than the men's situation, so that's I don't know.
You know, I ain't want to fight, so I gave it up.
I mean, it's a win-win for you, right? That's tough, man. That's super tough. So,
I was not finna fight no Manny Fresh. Do you see me? Okay, you see me. I'm not finna fight no Manny Fresh. And then what make it so bad, her ass and somebody else got into it. And oh my God, it was terrible. Like I didn't know what to do. I was like, these motherfuckers is just duking it the fuck out. Somebody then grabbed the pay phone and started knocking the other motherfucker in the head with it. I was like, Lord, gee, don't fuck up the phone. I can't call nobody now. But shit, I couldn't call nobody anyway. You like motherfucker said in the den, for real. You find out who your real friends are when you locked up.
Yes.
Your ass in fucking hospital, trust and believe. All the friends I thought I fucking had, motherfuckers that I did shit for, you think anybody came to motherfucking see my ass while I was locked up?
Nope.
Not a single motherfucking soul.
I'm telling you, man, motherfuckers don't give a shit. Like I said, I'm telling you, like I say, when shit was on and I was winning, you had all the friends in the world. When you covered everything, we partied and, you know, don't worry, drinks on me, we can go out, we gonna do this, I got you, I got this, it's all good. But then when the tables turn, man, I ain't seen some of them motherfuckers in several years, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And I ain't really tripping, you know, because like I said, it helped me realize a lot of shit, you know, and it is what it is.
And then when they see you, oh, how you been? What's going on, bitch? You knew what the fuck was going to get it.
You feel me? Yeah. Exactly. So I ain't even tripping. Like I said, I'm not tripping at all. I'm not sweating none of it. I'm not mad, you know.
Well, you know, we gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? It might not be face to face because we be in trouble, Honcho. You know
well now.
Right.
Okay.
But but you know, we here for you. I think everybody gonna miss you, you know, for that little while. But you do what you gotta do. Go ahead and fucking get it done and over with. You know what I'm saying? Let the past go because it sounds like it's something from the past. So you know what I'm saying? You gotta move forward. So you got to let that go. So if that's what you gotta do to take care of it, and you know what I'm saying, do you. Just some word of advice, you know, make sure you rotate your hands, okay? Because that jailhouse arm does not look good, okay? It snitches on you. So you just make sure you rotate. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Both hands.
You be a switch hitter, you say, huh?
Yeah, you know, hey, look, that shit is some real shit. You be seeing motherfuckers that you ain't seen in a while, and one arm be swole like a motherfucker. You be like, yeah, bitch, I know where you was at.
I don't think you can tell. Let me look and see. You know, I don't know, man. Let me. Okay.
Yeah. Not unless one of them already swole than the other one. Let's see. Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
Well, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say absolutely nothing. But I agree. Like I say, man, I really truly feel, and then watch my ass be wrong, but I really truly feel it's not gonna be a big deal I think it's just gonna be whatever it's gonna be, and it's gonna get handled, and then we gonna be back at it. Better. I'm dead serious, better than ever. Because like I say, it's just once all this shit get cleared up, I'll be able to think clearly. I'll be able to operate clearly, and like I said, we'll just be able to make some moves that, and like I say, just do some things. Like I think it'll be a lot of growth and a lot of good stuff that'll be happening. I'm just looking forward.
Got a lot of thinking to do. You know what I'm saying? Probably think of some more shit to do, how to advance with your life, you know. Do what you gotta do. And it give you some time, shit. You might as well use that time wisely.
Correct.
You know.
Absolutely. So I'm saying, yeah, and this value the shit. And then maybe like I said, I can get rid of this little gut, come back, a little slimmer, depending on what all is going on. But like I say, man, I have no worries. I have no worries. Like I say, and I'm telling y'all, I will be back for you. It'll be all good. So. But I definitely appreciate the words of concern and care, and I really do thank you for that.
Oh, it ain't just for me though. It's from everybody in the business. Yeah, I think we all gonna miss your ass. Like, damn, Honcho, why you going? I know your electricity bill and shit gonna go up. But you just leave that motherfucking chat room open for a while.
I'm taking all proper precautions. Like I say, it's just I'm getting ready for anything. So like I say, I'm just it's gonna be some other things going on. Like I say, it may be some new scenarios and new scenery whenever I get back and all that. So like I say, it may be some stuff getting changed up, and we put a lot of stuff on hold and pausing some things. And like I said, just depending on what happens, like I said, it may be a change of scenery. May have to relocate some things, but like I said, it'll all come together. I'm not worried about nothing. I'm just ready to move forward with my life, and that's just the ultimate. Like I say, everything else is not an issue. So
yeah. Well, I wish you nothing but the best, Honcho. And when you get back on, just send out that notification. All of us will be back on this motherfucker. Like, hey, Honcho. How you doing?
It's gonna be all good. I'm telling y'all. Like I say, and trust me. No matter what, I'm gonna have some great stories because it's all out. That'll be the first thing I'm gonna spend a day in just telling stories. I wish I could remember all the story about the little Vietnamese crackhead. That was one of the funniest things I've ever said. Dude, it was hilarious. But it's gonna be all good, man. Like I say, I'm not worried. Like I say, I got faith in things falling the right way. If you believe in karma, if you believe in whatever, I know that I've been a good person for quite some time. Even when I was doing dirt, I was always still a good person. I think I was fair. It was just as long as you didn't cross me, we ain't had no issues. So I think, like I said, I believe that I'm a good person. I believe that, I'm a fair person. And I believe that, if karma is real, then that energy should come back and things will get handled the way that they are. So.
Right. Mm-hmm. I believe that too, Honcho. I think you'll be just fine. Okay. Like I said, wish you nothing but good thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure you keep your head up and think of us, because we'll be thinking about you. Definitely. It's going to be some lonely nights, you know what I'm saying, now, but it's okay, I'm going to think about them dreads.
We'll be in the dreads. I'm telling you, it's all going to be, it's like I say, it's going to be like nothing ever happened. I'm telling you, that's how I feel about it. That's how I definitely feel about it. So, and if I'm wrong, then whatever, we'll be prepared for that too. But we're gonna make it shake.
Right. I know it. All right, Mr. Honcho, that's all I have to say. Take it easy. And so when does that start though? Is that like today's the last day, or?
No. Like I said, we're gonna still have at least a week at the end, and then like I say, it'll probably be early next week. So not like this week. So it'll be like the week of starting the 20th sometime.
Oh, okay. So we still got some time.
Yeah, like I said, I wanted to make sure y'all at least, I wanted to give y'all a heads up. Still kick it with y'all for about a week or so, and then let me go handle my business. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm a cherish it.
No, that's bad. All right, Miss Lady Licious, I appreciate your call, and I appreciate your humor too, for lightening up the mood.
Oh man, you know it. I love y'all, and I love you too, Honcho. You have a good night.
All right, love you too, Miss Licious. I will talk to you soon.
Okay, baby.
What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Ooh, child, things are gonna get a little easier. You got to keep your head up. I love it when they call me Big Papa, the showstopper. Oh, baby. What's going on, Honcho?
Oh man, not too much, New York John. What's on your mind, man? How man? So you said you had an interesting evening, huh? Yesterday or something like that.
Yeah, it was interesting, but this is all about you, Honcho, tonight. It's all about you, okay? So, I don't know what it is that you're dealing with. I don't know how serious or minor it is, but whatever it is, I wish you lots of luck and keep your head up.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Anyway, so what's good with you?
Man, just, like I said, I've been having a lot of time to think about things and, and just making some decisions, man. Like I say, so it's time to knock some stuff out, and just other than that, like I'm looking forward to it, and I will miss all the den folk, but like I said, I feel like it won't be a major deal, and that that we'll be back at it like nothing ever happened. And so, like I said, I'm in a good mood regardless of the situation. And there are some it could be severe, but even then, like I say, it's just after all the shit I've been dealing with and the hindrance has been, I'm just ready to move forward with it. So.
Yeah, well, you know what? If you end up going away for a little bit, I'm going to send you a gift that's going to help you get past all those lonely nights. I'm going to send you, however long you go away for, if you do, I'm going to send you a supply of Gwyneth Paltrow scented vagina candles.
That's terrible.
Did you see that she was selling candles that smell like her vagina?
Yeah, I heard about that. I saw a little thing. I didn't get into the article, but I saw that. It sounds like something that would make my wee-wee soft. So I don't know, but then you might have some weirdos coming to your cell and shit. Oh, what's that? What's going on there? So yeah, that would be that could be an awkward situation.
Yeah, only one lot keeps asking me for my stachios. You weren't checking for me when I didn't have any stachios. Now all of a sudden I got some stachios. You're like a hungry alley cat, just won't leave me alone. But as I told you, I'll give you some stachio. I mean, listen, you're in Westchester. I told you, give some stachio. Like I gotta see something. I gotta get some dancing. I gotta get a picture. I gotta get something. I got something for my stachios. I'll be more than happy to give them. If you earn them, I'll be more than happy to give them. But no, yeah, I went out last night and I thought of the den when I was out, and it was I don't even know where to start. So my friend was having his 30th birthday. So we all went out. It was 6 of us. We went out to the city. So they're like, all right. They're like, we're at some place. We're gonna end up at this club at 11 o'clock at night. So I drove into the city by myself, parked there. I'm on time, and I assumed they were gonna be late. That they're black and they always are late, so I know them. So I'm waiting for them, and I'm like, yo, where are you guys? It's 11:15. They're like, oh, where? I was like, yeah. I was like, you don't gotta explain yourselves. I already know the story. So then, like, another 15 minutes passed by. I'm like, yo, it's 11:30. Where are you guys? They're like, oh, we're not gonna go to that club tonight because we heard it's techno music. And I'm like, you motherfuckers, like, come to the hotel. We're in Midtown. It's like a 15-minute drive. Like, come to the hotel, and then we're gonna go from there. I was like, why do we got to go to the hotel? Why don't we just go to a different club? Like, let's just go straight there. Anyway, make a long story short, went there. Everyone's bullshitting. One guy's chasing these other girls in a different room, trying to get them to come out. I'm like, why are you going to bring girls to the clubs? Like bringing sand to the beach. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? I already know they're bulldogs, so why even go bother? Like, I bet you you don't know if they look like bulldogs. And I'm like, I know you guys. You guys chase the worst. You guys chase fucking dumpster trash. Like, so anyway, make a long story well, I was right. The girls were nowhere to be found. So then we all end up hopping in an Uber. 6. Well, I don't drink. 5 drunk guys in an Uber, just ranting and raving, howling, and I'm just. And I'm just telling the Uber, I'm just like, yo, I'm like, this Uber driver is giving you a 0-star rating. I'm like, you fucking, and he's like, So all the guys I was with were black, so then they started cracking racist jokes, and I'm just like, yeah, he's definitely giving you a 0-star rating. Like, you're never getting an Uber guy to stop for you ever again. So we ended up going to one club. We didn't like that club. We didn't even go in. Then we got in an Uber, went to another club. Then that club, as soon as I pull up, these 4 girls get pulled outside by 3 security guards, screaming, trying to like grab each other, this and that. And ends up being that one of the girls punched the other girl in the face and knocked her tooth out.
Oh.
So as I'm trying to get in, the NYPD shows up. Three NYPD cars and 2 ambulances show up. They put one girl in handcuffs, and she's crying all of a sudden. You know, she's all tough now. All of a sudden, she's crying. She's getting walked to the fucking car, gets arrested. And the other girl's missing a tooth with an ice pack in her mouth, and she goes into the back of the ambulance. And my friends still want to go in, so I was like, you know, they're like, oh, yo, go ask how much the bottle. I'm like, why do I gotta go? Like, you're white, they'll give you a better price. I was like, all right, whatever. So I go there, and they're like, okay, it's $2,000 for the bottle, and you know, plus gratuity and tax. It's like $2,500. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't drink. I mean, I'll chip in. I'm like, I don't see, you know, it's 6 of us, blah blah blah. So then we go back. It's like 10 minutes passes. Like, all right, we're gonna do this. We go back. 10 minutes later, I can't find the guy who gave me that price. Now it's a lady. I'm like, listen, I just spoke to some guy. We want to come in. We want to buy a bottle service. Who do I speak to? I want to buy it now. And she's like, oh, yeah, you can speak to me. And then me and my friend then, and she's like, okay, it's going to be $2,500 plus gratuity. I said, no, somebody just told us $2,000 plus gratuity. It's going to be roughly $2,500 all in. And they're like, oh, no, that was like 10 minutes ago, and I only have a booth available now, but I can clear it out for you, so it's going to be more like $3,200. And I was like, I just turned around and walked away. Yeah. And I said to my friend, you do what you want to do, and I walked away. And then we ended up. Then now it's 1:30 in the morning. We hop in a car, another Uber, a third Uber, and we ended up going to this club that we always go to. And I looked at the line outside, and as usual, it looks like I'm attending a Jim Jones rap concert. And I go inside, and oh my God. There was maybe 2 good-looking girls in the entire place. No, it was 3. I'll say 3. 3. Weaves all over the place. Just like, here's my confession. I was such an asshole last night. When I was in the club, I was just looking at all the black women's hair, and I was debating with myself like an asshole, like, oh, she looks like she washes her hair often. She looks like she hasn't washed her hair in 3 months. And I was like, oh, why am I doing this? I'm such a fucking asshole. And then my friends, as his jokes, tried to hook me up with a bunch of girls that they knew like were definitely not my type. So I was like, oh God. So then the lights come on at 4 in the morning because I got stuck there till 4 in the morning. And then we're leaving the club, and it started raining. So I found this little like shelter place on the sidewalk right outside the club, and I'm there. My friends are maybe like 15 feet over. They found another shelter spot. So then there's this like white guy. I mean, he's like a white Puerto Rican guy, trying to him and his black friend were trying to convince, and they were hood, and they were trying to convince this black girl to go back to the hotel with them for a one night stand. And I'm within arm reach of them. And I'm just standing there, I'm just listening. He's like, oh, she's like, I'm trying to get lit. I'm not from here. I'm from Atlanta. I'm in New York for the week, though. I'm a daddy's girl. I'm like, what? Like, what is this conversation? Like, and then the other guy's coming over, just blah, 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 talking. Like, I know. Then she looks at me, and she has this, like, embarrassed look on her face. I'm like, why are you looking at me? I'm like, dude, like, go with them. I'm not part of the group. I mean, I'm like... Anyway, I don't know what ends up happening with them. Then our Uber came, same thing, all kinds of racist shit. Then I'm in front of the hotel, and there's an NYPD officer takes a homeless guy with no legs in a wheelchair, and he grabs the back of the wheelchair like he's pushing him, and he runs with the wheelchair down 42nd Street, and then just lets go. And the guy's like, flying down the street, and everybody's staring at the guy, like at the police officer, like, did you really just do that? And he's laughing and giggling, like, oh, look at him, oh, look at him go, he's never moved that fast. I'm like, oh my God. And let me tell you something, I've been to Manhattan, but I've never been to this part of Manhattan. It is just homeless people all over the place, people with no legs, no arms. You see people like this skull, like a scar, like their entire skull, like cracked open with a scar there. It's horrible. Everyone's got signs like homeless veteran, just looking for a meal. I'm hungry, like sitting there like with like a nervous twitch or something. It was horrible. I felt so bad, and I felt guilty because I wanted to buy them like McDonald's or whatever. Tyler's a Taco Bell, McDonald's. Like I wanted to buy them food, but I felt bad because I'm just like, I don't know if they're scammers or not. I was like, I don't know, because my friend did that once when they were in Miami. They gave this homeless guy $5. And I gave him $20, and then like a little bit later, they saw him in the liquor store trying to buy a bottle of liquor, and my friend grabbed the money out of the guy's hand. He's like, "Fuck you! I didn't give you this to support your fucking habit. I gave you this to fucking get something to eat with." So, and ever since he told me that story, like it sounds horrible to say, but I don't want to give them money because I feel like they might just buy crack or do some stupid shit with it. But I'll buy them food. And I just felt bad that I didn't buy them the food. Like because I thought about it. So I stopped for a second. I'm like, I should go back and buy them the food. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know why. I feel it. Next time I'm around them, I'll do it. But I fucked up. But and then I got home around fucking 5:30 in the morning, and that was my fucking night.
I feel you though on that whole thing. And again, somebody told me, hey, well, it's if you're willing to give it to them, it's not on you for what they spend it on. It is what it is. And I kind of feel that, but at the same time, I don't want to waste the money going to crack. If I'm gonna let you smoke it up and need some more 15 minutes, I could waste it on something for myself. But yeah, I feel you on that, man. I'd rather, if they're willing to accept food, because you kind of find out who's really scamming or not. I think when you actually buy them a meal, because then if they're actually gracious, some people, I don't want the meal, I want the money. Well, fuck you don't get shit. But yeah, I definitely feel you on that. But it is what it is. I mean, I think it's what's in the heart, but you have to be logical too. So I can't follow.
And then I forgot to tell you other part of the story. So then it's like 4 a.m, and one of the guys was like, "Let's go to a diner." And I was like, "What?" I'm like, "It's 4 a.m. I want to go home. I'll get Burger King on the way home or something." So we ended up just Googling some diner that was near the hotel. We never been to it. We go there. We run inside because it's raining. My friends are acting like idiots, running like down the street. They almost got hit by cars and shit like idiots, drunk fools. And then we run into the place, and it's like all hillbillies. Like the whole staff, like between like the 5 people that were working behind the counter, they had like 2 teeth combined. Like they shared 2 teeth. It was horrible. It looked like a scene out of the movie Misery. And I'm just like, and like we all sat down real quick, and then I noticed everything. I was like, oh, if I'm white and I notice, and I'm afraid for my black, if I'm afraid and I'm afraid for my black friends, I can imagine how they feel. And they're just like looking at me they're like, we can't eat here, and I'm just like, yeah, I know. But then we already sat down. They gave us the menus, and I was like, oh, I kind of feel committed. Like, what do I do? And I look like a total douche, just getting up and walking out. It's 4 a.m. What do I have to lie? Say I have to run somewhere for a meeting? So then so then the waiter comes over. He's like, oh, well, good morning. What can I get for you guys? And I was like, wait, why is his mouth not moving when he talks? And he had like one tooth in the front, and it was like crusty and cracked. And I was like, oh hell no, I'm not eating here. And then my friends call me Doc. He's like, Doc, they're gonna do some shit to our food because we're black, right? And I'm like, I think they're gonna do some shit to my food too. I was like, we gotta get out of here. He's like, I know. He goes, I feel like if I eat this place, I'm gonna get the shit. And I was like, all right, what do we do? He's like, we just get up and leave. I'm like, yeah. I feel bad though. He's like, look, he goes, my brothers and the other guys are sitting in the booth next to us. They want to say that's their business, but me, you, and Aaron will make a run for it. So the 3 of us, we just stood up and we left. And this motherfucker decides to turn around and grab some fucking packaged Danish off the counter. He's like, I think I'm gonna buy this for the road. I'm like, what? And then he's about to pay for it. Now the guy's on the phone completely ignore my friend for like 5 minutes while he's waiting to pay for it. And I'm just like, I leaned over. I go, how I said, how long do you think he would ignore me if I was trying to pay for it? Like joking around because my friend's black. And he starts laughing. The guy didn't blink an eye, still on the phone taking the order. Didn't even look at my friend to say, I'll be with you in a second. And then I said, you're really going to buy that? He's like, yeah, why not? I was like, okay, I'll tell you why. Check for the expiration date on the package. He's like, oh, yeah. He goes, you're smart. Let me check. He's looking around. He goes, there isn't one. I said, exactly. Let's get the fuck out of here. So he threw it, and he ran out the door. I was like, why are you running? You didn't steal it. Why are you running? So then the four of them stayed behind. The three of us went outside, and as we're walking, we saw a Asian spa sign on the third story of a building, and it said "open" in neon lights. I was like, "Look, guys, look!" I'm like, "Asian rub and tug." And they're like, "Let's go!" So they run across the street. At this point, it's got to be like 4:30 in the morning. They're buzzing the buzzer on the fucking door. Oh, like doing a stupid Chinese voice, and I'm like, yeah, they're really gonna answer that. Three drunk black guys at 4:30 in the morning yelling racist shit into the fucking microphone. Yeah, they're gonna open the door. Yeah, just hold on a second, guys. She's probably fucking idiots. I'm like, let's get the hell out of here before the police show up. So then, and that was the end of the night. Then I drove. I was walking back to my car with one of the guys, and a giant, I swear to God, I thought it was a baby kitten, giant New York City rat ran right past my feet.
Oh, man. I've heard about the New York rats, and that's something I don't think I ever want to encounter in my life. So they look like fucking Nutra rats. Fucking huge.
Yeah, they're fucking Schwarzenegger rats. But, what you call it? Yeah, so only one lot. If you want these stachios, man, you gotta, we gotta link up. But, yeah, so hopefully you come back soon. I was telling Ron Isley in the chat room, I was like, Honcho ain't fucking bullshit. Nobody will be back next week. Who's he kidding? Last time you said something, you were back fucking 3 nights later. You're like, oh. So I said, once you get your fucking den withdrawal, you'll be right back on here.
Yes, I'm telling you, it's like doing the fucking weekend thing, even though, like I said, excuse me, goddamn, I got a bunch of phlegm. Like I need, it's good to have the break because it gives me time to kind of get some things. But I'm like, I should just pop up and do it then. Like it feels weird to have the days off. But like I say, as things get, changed up, and again, is they're going to be necessary. So it's just good to go ahead and build a habit now. But yeah, trust me, I'm trying to get back to the den and get back to normal society as soon as possible. I'm just like I said, it's to the point where I know I've dealt with enough bullshit. I've missed enough opportunity dealing with this shit, and it's just time to get it over with and move forward. So
yeah. So I have a confession for it's confession night. First, though, I want your opinion on something. So I just saw that Shannon wrote in the chat room, just don't follow your white friends into secluded wooded areas. And I know what she means by that. I know the little stereotype and the joke behind that. Which reminds me, so I was having a conversation with my friend. She's a black woman, and she put up some pictures on a dating app. Because she's 36 now, so she's getting a little nervous. Like, I want to have kids. I'm getting up there. I'm a little nervous. My biological clock is ticking. So she did it. So I told her to do a dating app. So she tried it, and she put pictures of her up. And she put her main picture is her with finger waves in her hair, all gelled up like a 1990s salt and pepper finger wave style in her hair. So I like the way it looks. I like that kind of hairstyle. Anything real on a woman, I like. So. So I said to her, I was like, your main, and she likes it. She's an international dater. She white, brown, black. She don't care. If you're cute and you're a nice guy, she'll give you a shot. And I said, and all the guys that were messaging her, she's like, I don't know why these guys are messaging me. They're not my type. And I was like, well, to be honest with you, especially if you want to date outside of the black community, I'm like, maybe you shouldn't put such an ethnic hairstyle as your main picture. And she's like, oh hell no, I'm not going to hold back my culture for nobody. They have to accept me the way I am. I said, no, I agree with you 1,000%. you should, want somebody who's fully going to embrace you for you, and your culture is part of who you are. I said, I totally agree with you. I said, but maybe you should just, maybe like it might be a little much for someone who's like new to like, other cultures or your culture. And I'm like, for example, I'm like, if you hopped on a white guy's profile and he was really cute, and then you start reading his profile and he's like, yeah, on my first date, I'm going to take you camping in the woods, in the wilderness, like, we're going to be alone, no cell phones, no civilization, just deep in the woods, don't worry, you'll be safe with me. You'd probably get a little nervous. White guy, talk about the woods, like, and then he says, well, it's part of my culture. You got to accept who I am. White people love camping. Like, and I was like, you see, like, maybe some things are better left reserved for like the third or fourth date. Like maybe once you get to know him a little bit, then you'll try camping. Maybe once he gets to know you, you hit him with like the fucking Marley dreads or something. I'm like little And she was like, I see what you mean, but I'm not going to do that. Do you think I was wrong?
No, absolutely not. Because the thing, like you say, it's about how you present yourself, and if the first way a person sees it, I think, that's what they're going to get, their first impression, So if they see the hair, they're going to be whatever. I think you're absolutely, you told her the right stuff. And if she doesn't choose to take the advice, well, then that's kind of on her. She's going to continue to get the same results.
I'm just laughing my ass up because Delta Echo Golf wrote face down over a log. Fucking, what's it called? With the find your decomposing body face down over a log. Fucking back of your head fucking caved in from fucking got hit with a bat. That's what I'm saying. Like, like if you're a black woman and you feel uncomfortable with a white guy taking you on to the deep woods for a first date, like I totally understand that. Like I get it. So there's nothing wrong with a white guy saying, you know what? Finger waves on the first date, it's a little too black for me. Like I just feel like it's fair. Everyone has their quirks, until you get to know somebody. But my confession is, when I was a teenager, my friends and I used to do this stupid thing where we would drive around a certain neighborhood, and one of us would reach out the car, and we'd do this only on the night when the garbage went out. We'd reach out and grab the garbage pail and then drive really fast on the block and drag the garbage pail and then just let it go into the middle of the street, like 10 or 15 houses down. Just stupid, 17-year-old, 16-year-old shit. And it was just hysterical because sometimes people would see us doing it and they would yell at us, and then we'd just drive faster with the garbage can. You hear the whole can scraping and bouncing around. And I remember one time I said to them, don't you ever do this to my house or I'll fucking kill you. You feel me? So of course, I get home one night, it's like 11 p.m. I'm in my room getting changed. I'm right by my window, and I look out, and all of a sudden I see headlights, and here's, and it's them doing it to my fucking house. Oh, I flipped the fuck out. So I was in my boxer shorts, and I was a scrawny kid back in high school. I was 6 foot, 155 pounds. So I ran outside in my boxer shorts, hopped into my car, and my parents' house used to be on like the block was like a horseshoe shape. So if you went in one way, you had to come out the other way. So I hopped in the car, just my boxer shorts, no socks, no sandals, nothing. Drove to where I knew they were gonna come out from. Stopped in the middle of the street, got out of the car, it's like 11 o'clock at night, yelling, "You motherfuckers, how dare you do this to me? Who the fuck do you think you are, you motherfuckers?" And then as I'm walking over to the car, and I'm like, "You're gonna go back and clean that fucking shit up?" He starts rolling up his window. It was a coupe. He starts rolling his window. I said, "Don't roll your fucking window up on me, motherfucker." And I go to hit the window, and I shattered the driver's side window. My fist went right through the fucking window, and it shattered, and the glass went all over them. And I was like, "You go right, I don't give a fuck, go clean up the fucking garbage," whatever I was fucking yelling. And then, like 2 days later, I get a phone call to my house from that kid's dad. And he's telling my dad, like, "Oh, your son vandalized my son's car. He assaulted my son. He had to go to the hospital. He had like glass shards all over him, this and that." And my dad was like, "Well, your son, destroyed my property. So, like, I guess we're even, I guess." And the guy's like, "No, you have to pay to get my son's window fixed." So he was like, "Let me get this straight," because I was sitting right next to my dad on the couch when this happened, when the phone call came in, and my dad's like, "So your son vandalized my property, acting a fool, and he got what he had coming to him, and now I have to pay for the window." And the other guy was like, "Yeah, that's right."
Hey, John.
And my dad was like,
"One second, can I pause you on there real quick? I gotta do something real quick, and I'm gonna be right back. I want to hear the rest of the story, but I gotta pause you right there. I gotta take care of something like really fast."
"All right, go take your piss. Hurry up."
Hold on, put y'all on the whole screen here. I'll be right.
All right. Oh, man. Some say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh, the deeper the roots. I give a holler to my sister on welfare. John from New York cares, but don't nobody else care. And they act, you guys like my singing? I know they like to beat you down a lot. When you come around the block, brothers clown a lot. Please don't cry, dry your eyes, never let up. Forgive but don't forget, girl, keep your head up. And when he tells you ain't nothing, don't believe him. And if he can't learn to love you, then you should leave him. Cause sister, you don't need him. I ain't trying to gas your head up, I call him how I see him. You know what makes me unhappy? When brothers make babies and leave a young mother to be a pappy. You guys like my singing? Oh, excuse me. Only one lie. I know you're waiting for those pistachios. I'm still waiting for them nudes.
There we go. All right, cool. Back in there. So okay, so the guy says that your dad has to pay for the window that you punched, even though the kid did all the BS.
Right. So the guy's like, the kid's father's like, oh, you know, you have to pay for the window. My dad's like, I'm not paying for the window. Like, your son came here acting like a fool, you know, and my son did what he did. They're both fools. They're kids. That's it. Call it a day. So the guy's like, no, you're gonna pay for my window. And my dad was like, he's like, no, I'm not. He's like, oh, what do you think? Like, you Italians can just get away with violence? Like, yeah, they were Jewish, and the guy said some Italian shit to my dad. And my dad's like, what? The guy's like, yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna rough me? You're gonna send one of you guys to fucking rough me up? And my dad was like, you know what? He goes, why don't you come to my house? You know where I live. Why don't you come to my house? I'll show you how tough I really am. You know, and the guy's like, oh yeah, typical fucking Italian. He's like, well, you're telling me I'm a typical Italian. Come to my house and I'll show you I'm a typical Italian, you motherfucker. He's like, your son's no fucking angel. Then you want to call here fucking telling me what I'm gonna fucking pay when your son's a derelict? He's like, get the hell out of here. So then the fucking guy's dad calls the cops, and I got arrested for fucking, I guess, I don't know what the charge was, vandalism, whatever it was. And all I know is I never saw that kid again. Like, he never came around our friends again, nothing. And I had to, but it was like a half-ass arrest because, like, the fucking, whoever it was, I don't know, like the police chief or whoever was responsible called my house and was like, you have to come in because you're being arrested. I was like, wait, I'm being arrested, but I have to drive myself there? What kind of arrest is that? Like, you know, like, I want, you know, like, I can't scream out thug life. It's like, yeah, you got arrested voluntarily. Like, so I had to go there. They did my fucking fingerprints. I sat in a holding cell for a little bit. I'm like, what was I, 17, maybe 18? Definitely not older than 18 because it ended up being a youthful offense, which means it's a sealed license. sealed whatever conviction or whatever it is. So yeah, I got a little fucking rap sheet because of that. Everything else I didn't get caught for, but for that I got a rap sheet.
Yeah, whenever it's just witnesses, it's always a fucking issue. That sucks. Huh? You know, but I mean, like I said, at least it was a sealed situation, so you didn't ever have any issues, with that as you got older or anything.
What's that?
I said, with it being sealed, you never had any issues with it as you got older or anything? I know sometimes people try to...
I actually forgot about it for the longest time. I legit completely blacked out of my life. I don't, not on purpose. I just completely forgot about it. And then maybe 5 or 7 years ago, I was like, oh shit, I did get arrested one time, I think. And then I called up the county and they're like, yeah, we see here it's a youthful offender. Like, what happened? Like, oh, it's sealed. You had to come down, pay $10 and we'll give it to you only because it's sealed. Mm-hmm. But I always, when somebody asks me, have I ever been arrested? I always say no, because I was a minor and it's sealed, Yeah. And so I just put no. And I mean, if they were to ever say anything, I'd be like, look, I was a minor and it's sealed. I didn't know that counted.
Yeah, no, that shit don't count. I mean, it just is what it is. I had I don't know what the fuck happened. I had something happen with a minor situation, but they threw that shit right out. And it's actually kind of funny. I may tell a story about it one day. But...
yeah, so take that, Craig Pig Race. You're not the only thug in the den. After that incident, I got thug life tattooed across my abdomen, and I'm just like, and everywhere I go and I tell this story, at the end I just scream out, thug life! East side! But anyway, so that was my confession for the night.
Okay. Well, Mr. John, I appreciate you sharing your story, your confession, and then about your very interesting night out,
Oh, and one last thing, Honcho.
Yes, sir.
So you said something earlier that you want to do a Den Hits the Street episode,
yes,
where you go out in the streets and talk to people.
Yes.
Come to New York City, and let's do it in let's do a fucking filming in in Manhattan, Times Square, or wherever, uptown, wherever you want to go. We could actually probably, if we spent the whole day, we could, definitely hit up all of Manhattan, downtown, midtown, Upper East Side, Harlem. We could do everything, and fucking just get all kinds of crazy reactions from all different types of people.
I can only imagine.
I'll work the camera. I could do security, whatever you need me to do, free of charge.
All right, that sounds like a good idea. Because like I said, once I get some of this stuff, when I get everything taken, it's definitely going to be a lot more travel, a lot more getting around, and just like I said, I got to diversify some. I'm gonna take you up on that. I'm serious.
Yeah, bring Trill and Prepaid with you. It'll be a fucking show and a half.
We're gonna have some new arrest stories.
Yeah, right. Fucking, I'll get all my friends. We'll be 10 of us. We'll have a good time. Fucking, then you guys can have what you can do? I don't want to tell you what to do, but a down south versus up north thing where you start talking about down south things, and people from New York will start talking about their New York things. You can have conversations about that or debates or whatever. I think it'd be really funny. It'd get really good.
Jot that down. I think that actually would be very interesting. But yeah, I say, I'm definitely take you up on that. Like I say, once this stuff gets cleared up, like I said, I definitely want to do a lot of variety, a lot of different things. Yeah. That sounds like a great idea.
And then we can interview that guy in the wheelchair that got thrown down the street by the cop.
I'm sure he has plenty of good stories. It's not the first time.
Honcho, that's what we could do. Then we could do an episode where we're feeding the homeless, and we can give them their few minutes of talk on, and then promote to helping homeless people and mentally ill people and veterans, and and throw some jokes in there. I'm telling you, Honcho, man, you're gonna take the den to new heights.
Yeah, I'm all about that. That's actually a pretty good deal too. Give them a chance to tell their stories and things like that. I think that would be pretty cool.
And Shannon Jones says Italians eat a lot of spaghetti with meatballs for educational reasons. Spaghetti and meatballs is an American thing. It's an American Italian thing. If you go to Italy and there's no such thing as spaghetti and meatballs. If you were to go to Italy and ask for spaghetti and meatballs, they look at you like you're a fucking weirdo. There's no such thing, just so you know. Just a little education. So, Shannon Jones, I'm joking. Anyway, I'm definitely going to pass the 10-minute mark, but hopefully I see you back on soon, and I'll do more donating. Oh yeah, and whoever's fucking complaining, if you haven't fucking donated, keep your fucking mouth shut. If you donate, fucking then you get to dictate things. If you don't fucking donate, then keep your mouth shut and keep listening, you freeloaders.
Shout out to fucking New York Giants.
Let me tell you something. I donated one night. You damn friend, get my fucking money's worth. Fucking as of right now, I fucking feel good about myself. I supported the Den. I supported Honcho. Fuck you all. Send in some money. Otherwise, suck a dick. Good night, everybody.
Good night, New York Giants, man. Oh man, that's what I'm telling you. I love it. I fucking love the damn folk, man. I rock with all of y'all. I think y'all are all very wonderful people. Compton Conservative, what's going on? How are you this evening, man? Man, I want to find that video so bad. Spaghetti and meatballs, but man, that's not gonna happen. That definitely won't happen. But here's the deal. I'm doing well, Miss Compton Conservative. I'm gonna hit you up here probably tomorrow. I know I've been meaning to link up with you, but I'm gonna talk with you about some. Well, I'm gonna shoot you a message if you're free, then we can talk about some things. But I appreciate all of y'all, man. I thank each and every one of you for the well wishes, the kind words, and like I say, I got to handle up on my situation. Again, I know, like I say, some of you, depending on how long it is, may move on to other things, and hey, I appreciate the time that we have spent together, and I know some of y'all will. Like I said, I don't know what it's gonna be, and so when we get everything figured out, we'll figure it out. I honestly, truly, if I was to judge myself, I guess we say objectively. I'm gonna kill the line here because, like I said, it's about time to wind down. Y'all can't say y'all can't say. Look, Miss Meat. I blame you for the Texans loss today. I want you to know that because you came in here rooting for us. We're gonna win it, and then we lost. So I want you to know that. But like I said, I just want y'all to know that if I was to look at myself objectively and not from my own experience, if I was a third person watchman, I feel like I'm a pretty decent person. I could probably be better. Everybody could always be better, but. And so, like I say, if you believe in karma, if you believe in God or higher power or whatever it is that you believe in, you expect good to come back. But you shouldn't do it for good to come back. I like to naturally be genuine people because I just think we got a lot of anger in the world. So I try to be kind. I try to be kind as I can. But every time now I do get annoyed and frustrated. So there are times, especially in fucking sauce, I don't know, sauce it gets me hot sometimes. Sometimes people come in there and say crazy stuff. But like I know in my conscience that I feel like everything's gonna fall in favor, and it might not. And if it doesn't, then we deal with it. But I feel like everything's gonna be all right. Like I said, just maybe a little time away, but everything will fall in line. So. Like I said, all of you who want to know how you can help out, like I say, shoot me an email at denshowlive@gmail.com, and I'll tell you what we can do from there. And that's not all about finances or things like that. Like I said, there are other ways you can be of assistance, but I appreciate everybody for everything. You know what I'm saying? And so I thank y'all. I think I got you. I definitely got you, Miss Conservative. So, really, Angela, just because it's been a minute, look, something is telling me not to do it, but ain't nothing but love for Miss Angela. So, all right, Miss Angela, call in. I'll take your call real quick. I wasn't gonna do it, but if you start saying something crazy, I'm gonna hang up on you. And we'll wrap it up after this. I wasn't gonna do it, but it's midnight. So, like I said, man, I just thank y'all for being each and every one of you, being who you are, being the individual that you are, just everything that you bring to the den, personality wise, or just you doing you, man, and everything that come on. Talking about call me. See, this is black folks. This is what I be talking about. This is how I be talking about y'all. I'm talking about let you call in real quick and talk about some call me. Boy, what is this? Little Kemah Too Short. Talking about some call me. Let me see what's going on here. I don't know. It's been so long. I don't even know if I still got you in the contacts. Let me see what's going on here, man. Okay. Let's see. This is going on here. Hello, Miss Angela. How are you?
Why does it sound like we're having a funeral or a goodbye party? What's going on, bro?
So you see, this is what happens when you come into the den late.
No, Ed, y'all got to understand. I've been going through things. I've been busy. I'm settled now. Okay, I'm settled now.
Okay.
And it's time. So what's the problem, Ed?
Well, let me see. And I got you, Miss Comfortable Server. I'll definitely go check it out. Like I said, I have a situation that I kind of expressed in the beginning of the den. So if you have some time later and you go back to the beginning of the den, I kind of talk a little bit more about it, a little bit more detail, or as much detail as necessary. And so, like I said, this week we're going to have a great den. We're going to enjoy ourselves. But then next week I have some affairs that I have to tend to. So that I can move forward in my life and some things that I have going on. This is not an abandonment of the den or anything like that, but it's just I've had some things that have been holding me back, and I need to tend to those things.
But Ed, you have abandoned us.
I have what?
I've told you many a time. Sometimes the energy and the people, whether it's the internet or not, like sometimes whether you think people are there on your actual lives, like I go back and watch all your videos. I've never missed a video that you made, whether y'all seen me in the live or not, while I was dealing with what I was dealing with. But sometimes people are put here on this earth to uplift, or what can I say, inspire, whatever word you want to use. So now, if it's just you uploading videos until you take care of whatever it is, now, and I am going to go back and watch those lives, because I go back and watch all your lives. I've never missed one of your lives,
I
ever.
appreciate you for that.
Whether y'all see me comment or not, I've never missed one of your lives. So, whether it's got to be, maybe you can upload a video or whatever but don't be like, I'm finna abandon y'all. Like, don't do that, Ed.
No, but what I'm saying, it's not about that I'm willingly, like I said, I may not have the ability, depending on the outcome of some certain situation, so I may not have the ability to put up content for a little bit.
Are you going to jail?
Like I say, it's just we'll see what happens, and so.
But are you going to jail, Ed?
I don't. I mean, it could be a possibility. It could be not a big thing. It could be
because that's the only way that you can stop it. Maybe like, and you know I don't say that N word, but that's the only way you can stop us is you confine us and lock us up. I mean, like. I know how you try to be sometimes, and that's kind of sad if that's what's going to happen, or if that may be a potential, and maybe you need to tell people how they can help, because even though we only know you online, it doesn't matter. You know fake people, you know bad people, you know people with bad energy. Like, that's what's, I mean, let us know, like, if that's the reason, hey, Curtis Snow is my dude. I knew when he was going to jail, like, we knew not to expect him online. Like, people don't watch Curtis Snow. Like, I'm in Atlanta, but we knew when he was locked up, like, you can't expect shit from him, like, this amount of time. Like, whatever it is, Ed, like, get us prepared for it, because people out here genuinely listen and like and respect you.
Well, I appreciate that. Like I say, when I kind of have some further details, I will know. But and like I say, as we get closer to some things, like I say, I will try to share as much as I can. But like I say, yes, that is a possibility. Like I say, I don't. But like I say, it could be a very small thing. You know, it could be a very short thing. It could end up being a different thing. It just depends. Like I say, on the powers of being, it just depends on me doing what I have to do to make it most beneficial for myself as I can. So, but like I said, what I did not want to do is just up and disappear and not tell anybody anything. So, like I said, I wanted to at least give about a week or so's notice and just make sure we have some good dens and they're enjoyable. And like I said, I didn't just want to disappear. So that's why I'm saying it now. And then there will still be a couple of more episodes. I mean, like I said, we'll still have at least a week worth of dens, and then I'm gonna have to start taking care of some things. So.
Right. Well, I mean, like I said, whether y'all been seeing me or not, I go back and watch every last one of your lives. I'm still here. I still support you, Ed, and I don't know what it is, but I don't pray anymore because I figured out about different things in life, which is higher energy. So I'm sending all the positive energy your way, that it will turn out different, because regardless if people know you in person or not, you can pretty much know what a person is like by the way they speak and by what they talk about. So whatever it is, I'm sending high positive energy that you will get out of it. One thing about it is, whatever happens in your life, like all the things that has happened in mine. Like, some people would never imagine everything I've been through in my life. But things has happened for me over the last few months when I was at my lowest. Like, even my family deserted me at my lowest. But things has happened for me over these last just 30 days that I know there's something higher out there when you are trying to put out information, positive energy, telling people about what's going on, talking about the topics people don't want to talk about because they're scared. So whatever it is, you're going to get through it. And we thank you for letting everyone know this. Like, if you just all of a sudden not show up, we know something has happened.
Correct.
But it's not going to be for long if it does. You'll be right back.
Yeah, that's how
Okay?
I feel.
You'll be right back, and we're going to do our show still.
Yes,
guys. I've been going through things. Just like I said, people go through things in life that are serious. So we're going to still do our show, and you're going to be back, and I just don't know, like, how to feel about this. But I know what you're saying. It's something serious. So, but at least you told us.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, man, I don't want anybody to feel upset. I want y'all to be informed. And like I said, I try my best to be as genuine as I can be and as informative as I can be. Not as I can't just sit here and put everything out on the table, but because I rock with each and every one of you, because I appreciate y'all all so much, I try to keep y'all in the loop as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? And so, like that's just kind of where I'm at.
Some people have real supporters out here. Like, I don't mess with fake people or people that's not, even though I have not physically met you. It's all about energy. And when people realize that, you will know. Y'all will know what it is. It's bad energy out there, and it's good energy. So, I'm here. Whatever happens, I'm here. If you have to disappear, when you come back, I'm here, Ed.
Well, I appreciate that, Miss Angela. I sincerely do.
Even though we argue, whatever we go through, we disagree with And listen, I was really, really, really rooting for y'all. Don't be talking about this, my
man. That's why we lost, because you root for the Falcons too. 28-3, and then what happened with the Texans?
That wasn't my fault, though.
You rooted for the Falcons.
I'm not going to root for anybody in the NFC. Like, I'm I'm a hater. Y'all know this. So I don't want shit to win in the NFC. So I was generally rooting for y'all because I still think Kansas City is a joke. I do. I'm sorry.
They got to laugh today.
I'm sorry. I
Goddamn.
think they're a joke. I'm saying though, like they're a joke. Like I don't know what it was, and it is what it is. But I just didn't see that coming. Like period. Like genuinely, I didn't see that coming. Just like you asked about the Tennessee, I didn't see that coming either. So I don't know.
Yeah, like
But y'all got a squad. Just don't change shit up.
Yeah, we need to change the coaching up immediately. I want to see a message on my phone that says
I
fired.
don't know. Why do y'all say that? Because when a new coaching team comes in, there's new schemes, there's new plays.
That's what we need.
There's a new book.
We need all that shit. We need all that shit because the coach that we got can't do it, and he's been here for 6 years. And the one consistent, even with
they're far though.
What is that far? That ain't nothing. Every time he loses in the play, it's a blowout.
No, I ain't gonna lie. It ain't.
That blew out. Like how do you
all that for nothing?
How do you let somebody score 41 unanswered points in 2 quarters?
Right.
You know, and then you can say, well, that's on the defense.
Like OU did, like Oklahoma Sooners did with LSU. I was so embarrassed.
But that's what I'm saying. But this is the pros. The pros, it should never look like that. Like, it should never, ever look like that in the pros. Somebody basically outscored you 51-7. That's disgusting. I mean, you jump out to 24, and then in 3 quarters, they put 51 fucking points on you. That's an embarrassment.
It surprised me, though. Like, because y'all been playing so good. I know I've been a hater. I've been saying shit like, I'll pop up in South Sports. I will.
Yes.
But I just didn't expect that. Like, but that's the world of sports. We don't keep talking about that. But Ed, keep your head up. Whatever it is, always keep positive energy. Yeah. Even when you walk into whatever you're walking into, okay? Just keep that positive. Like, as long as you keep that strong, positive energy, you're going to be okay. All right?
I agree. I think so, too.
So I'm settled now, so I'll be in the den.
Okay.
I'll be in the den.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to get us at least 1 or 2 good more good arguments out before it's all over with. So I'm gonna make sure I pick some good topics.
Yeah, we still got some shit to talk about.
Absolutely.
All right, then. All right, y'all. Good night.
All right, Miss Evans. Appreciate the call.
Good night.
Good night. All right. See, now I was halfway down. Should have called Miss Angela, but it was a good call, and I agree. Like I say, man, I've been doing some things, and I believe in being very positive. I believe in, like I said, I told you I have been back in, and then even before making these decisions, but I think it has helped make some decisions. Like I said, I've been back in my Bible and just reading different things. I told you my mom is always quizzing me on certain things, so she just says she gives me good things to read just to help think about stuff, and so. And it has definitely put my mind at ease and to let me know that this is the decision to make. And, just as far as about manning up to stuff, and not even just manning up, but just, like I said, I have goals, and whatever direction I go in, eventually, like I said, I want to have my own family and things of that nature. I know it's a tough thing to do in this world because it's a lot of questionable stuff, but I think I'm a decent judge of character, so we'll figure out if that happens. But if not, then we'll figure it out. But that is going to be, I'm going to start trying to carry myself in a better way. But I'm still be a little ratchet. I can't help that. That's just part of the nature. But I thank y'all sincerely. Definitely. I got y'all. I appreciate that, Ms. Conservative. But like I said, we get ready to wind down. Here's the deal. What time is it? It's a little bit. Mixer crew. Y'all want a little mixer crew. It ain't gonna be like a long. I might squeeze an hour out for the mixer crew. And we can go from there because we didn't do a mixer crew yesterday. We did one the day before, didn't we? So I can squeeze like a little hour out if y'all wanna. If y'all wanna have a little mixer crew and just chop it up the way that we do. I think I think we could do a little. Well, thank you, Ms. Jesse. And I feel that way too. And like I say, man, no matter what, like I say, mentally I'm prepared for anything. It's just I'm just ready to be what I know I can be. I'm like a Pokemon, right? I'm ready to evolve into my final form, like a Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? And going from there. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, here's the deal. If you wouldn't mind, Miss Compton, I'd like to kind of do that in private because it's not anything like personal or anything, but I definitely would like to. Cause I know you are a minister and things like that. But I definitely would. We can definitely do that. But with that being said, okay, appreciate it. And with that being said, everybody, I appreciate y'all. Give me a little bit. Put the new man on. Talking about. Was it 12:15 my time? 12:16. Let's make it. Let's say maybe about 12:30, and then we'll be like an hour out. And on the mixer. So give me a little bit. We'll get on the mixer crew. I'm gonna wrap this up, and then I appreciate y'all, man. Thank each and every one of you for all the good words, for all the motivation, the kindness, and just like I said, I didn't want to go into this situation because I feel like we built up something, a strong community here. I just want y'all to be informed of what's going on. So with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you. I thank you again. It is an honor. It is a privilege, and most of all, my pleasure to get to chop it up with you guys each and every night. And I thank you. So until tomorrow night, same day and time, same day and channel. We'll have some interesting topics, and we'll go from there. But I really appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. I love y'all, and I thank y'all. Y'all ain't got to go home, but I'm gonna get up out of here for this evening. Mixer crew, I'll see y'all in about 15 minutes or so. But I'm out.